gotta let her land her plane. Are you?
Can I land my plane? No.
Okay, her plane is landed. Callie,
you got it back on?
Yeah. I got a new image. Sorry about that. All right, so yeah, we was talking about this old nigga. So I feel like what was asking what? Okay, yeah, the question was. So let me reset. So what I was asking was, should a person that has possession of essay material for children, maybe that was why. Should that person go to prison? Now, if the answer is yes to that, how long do you think that person should be in prison for doing that? If you were in charge of that, how long do you think you would put that person behind bars for having possession of essay child paraphernalia material?
Well, it will be the same amount of like how they normally do. If how long have you been? How much did they catch him with? Like it's based off that. How long have you been doing it? The charges go. So if it's just one count, then that's how. If it's 2 counts or you've been doing this for years, there's multiple charges regarding this situation. Then it will go by
they
that.
Catch him with one video. How many years would you give them, or months, or what would you give them? What would you give them?
I don't know. 5 years.
5 years?
If I didn't, there's no proof that they physically was, and they didn't make these videos. Now, if they made the videos themselves, and this is their own personal collection, then that's a separate. You would get more time for that.
All right, so this is what we saying, people. So there's an old guy who had possession of
78
sexual material, right, for children. He's 78 years old. What do you think is a fitting punishment for someone that may have possession of this? Maybe you're a parent, maybe you're not. If you know that they have it, say you give them, well, one, should they go to jail? We've agreed, yes, they should. How long should they go to jail for it? She said 5 years for each possession, I guess.
Each count, yeah.
For each count, video, whatever they have. For each one they have, 5 years per. Okay. They got 20 videos, so 5 years for each video. So they never get out of prison. That's okay.
I'm not a judge.
I'm just saying. I'm asking you. Like,
I don't
is
know.
that okay? That's not okay.
I feel like he's old. So
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong because I'm saying that's a freak. He if he didn't do anything, then it'd be like, all right, well, he's just a weirdo. But it's still uncomfortable. Yeah. You know, people like that walking around. So you're thinking about,
or he should just be registered as a sex offender. Obviously he wasn't before, so at least people will be aware because that's public information.
Yeah, but
if there was no physical contact,
if you doing creepy stuff, if you a 69 God, yo, you gotta go to jail, bro. I don't know how long, man. I don't know 100 years. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just
he
don't
got 100 years. He already 78.
I want something where I know this motherfucker not gonna be around here relocate that motherfucker. Put that motherfucker
Yeah,
in.
they should put
Sorry, Wisconsin. Put that nigga in Wisconsin.
They should put all people
in Wisconsin.
I don't know where, but they should put them all in the same place.
Yeah,
like
put 'em
all
on an
PDF
island.
files or people that have those thoughts or whatever. Like,
I think they was gonna do something like that. I think they did try something like that, or they said they was gonna do something like that. Put them all on an island or something.
yeah.
That'd be crazy though.
Well, they only
Like
work
you
for
have them all
themselves.
on the island, just living.
Yeah, and they can't come. They can't go nowhere else because it's all documented. So if you try to leave the island and go somewhere else,
They did have an island.
No, but that was so they can do the stuff, not.
They had an island.
They had an island where they was doing stuff to the kids. I'm talking about the people that do it need to be by themselves, without no kids or access to nobody else.
Yo, 50 and T.I made up. Nah, I'm just playing. Everybody looking at that picture like, yo, they cool now? Nah, they still beefing.
And 50 just dropped a diss track. So he got 2 out, I think.
Everybody pulled up to this stream.
Yeah.
Welcome, y'all. How y'all doing? Our last stream, YouTube took us down, so we had to put this shit back up. But all right, 78 years old, possession of essay material, child essay material. What do you do with this person? He's 78. 5 years for each count. Now he got a few.
And register as.
Let's see what they said.
As an offender. So regardless of how many
and register him as an offender.
Yeah, so people can know like that what he did.
I seen a picture of him too. On the link, it's got a picture of him. He looked like Santa Claus. That's fucked up, right?
Ho ho ho.
That's fucked up. That's why I be telling kids he don't exist, man. So don't be thinking that this dude's come on, I got candy canes.
You got some caramel. Giving grown people offering grown people candy.
This dude is the worst, man. 50,000 bomb. Oh, okay. So in January, police executed a search and seizure warrants at residence in Madison, seizing numerous electronic devices. Guilford Police is a member of Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Oh, yeah.
But how they know? Somebody had to call them.
I don't know. Guilford Police first began investigating him when it received a cyber tip. So he was trying to get kids Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
No, cyber tip could mean he was online watching.
Chris Hansen could have got this nigga ass, yo. Chris Hansen pop up. Yo, we already know what time it is when Chris Hansen pop up, yo. If he come on the street and you see him walking to somebody else, you're like, oh shit. I'm recording that shit.
But he can't do nothing because he always catch them before they actually. Yeah, but they were not able to because they always stopped them before they did anything. So there was nothing that they could do. They actually have to do something. Like just having a conversation, and even though they had an intent, if they didn't actually do, they always pulled up because it was fake. And then you set them up. So that's another thing. You can't do that.
Yo, OD said for every kid, 15 whiplashes. 15 lashes. All right, Dr. Umar.
Hi, Cryptic World 7400. This is a podcast. Thank you for tuning in. It's called Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. And we're discussing right now, we're going to talk about the T.I and 50 Cent beef in the Harris family. But right now we're talking about a 78-year-old man, last name Sloan. He was just arrested for possession of child
essay
material.
78, man. That's he too old for that. I don't think you really could say that. Yo, you too old for this, man.
He been doing it. I'm pretty sure he ain't just started.
They just started investigating and they got a cyber tip. You know what I think about? No, I think about
Herbert.
Herbert from Family Guy.
Yeah.
I wonder if he in my fighting game, Herbert. I ain't gonna pick him, but it'd be funny.
What would his moves be? Giving candy.
Baby oil. Baby oils. Slide. Make you slide in the baby oil and then fall in his walker.
And give you some candy that knock you out.
I got some candy. And he got that little whistle when you talk. I got some popsicles. he be whistling when he talking and shit. That's fucking weird. Yo, somebody know how to do it, yo. One of my boys know how to make that voice, yo. Like, how the fuck you learn that, yo?
Because he was watching the show.
Hey, Chris. I can't do it. Hey, Chris. That's popsicles. That's creepy. Yo, watch out for these. His name Old Man Herbert. Watch out for these Herberts, man. They out there, man. So let's just get right to it. Since YouTube don't want me to talk about politics and about the war, I guess we could talk about this drama. So, but before we talk about that, 1,700 transgender residents in Kansas have driver's license invalidated. Let's talk about that. How do y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that? Do you know anybody that's affected? Do you feel like it's right? Do you feel like it's fair? Oh, that's fucked up. Why? Why would they do that, right?
They did it because they transgender. That's why.
But that's fucked up, right? Isn't it? I mean, when you get your license, it says male or female on your license. If you identify as whatever and it's not on your license, then that's not your fault. You're an imposter to them. It's not discrimination because that's
fraud.
It is fraud, yeah. It's fraud. So now you got legal shit that you gotta deal with when you're doing that. So I mean, just change your shit. Just go wherever you gotta go and change it. Change everything. Change your birth certificate. Say I wasn't really born like this. They made a mistake.
That's the thing. I don't think it goes that deep. I don't think you can.
You could change. You change it on your birth certificate. You could go back on your birth certificate and say, "Can you change this to female, please?"
Can you?
You could.
Can you? You know that for sure.
You could
change your name.
You got your license. You could go to vital statistics.
The only way they will allow you to do that on your license is if you come and they I don't think you can change.
You could change it. You could change it. You could go. You could go. Yo, you know what? We got ChatGPT. I don't even know why we arguing.
That's why they're making this a thing, because you can't do that.
You gotta find out.
And then it's deceptive because when you're going around for the people that you really can't tell if that they're a man and they were born a woman or whatever, you're deceiving people.
Gender on your birth certificate legally. How do you like that? Is that okay? That's a good question. Mm-hmm. Legally. See what they say. Yes. In many places, you can legally change the gender marker on your birth certificate, but the rules depend on the state or country where the birth certificate was issued. In the United States, each state controls its own birth records, so the requirements vary. Generally, there are 3 common possibilities. Administrative requests. Easier states. Some states allow you to submit a form and affidavit stating your gender identity, which you identify as. So it don't have to be whatever it is. No surgery required. Doctor letter requirement. Some states require documentation from medical professional confirming gender transition treatment. Court order. Where is it?
What are the states?
Court. Do they have the states? They don't have the states. It's gonna look like I'm looking it up for me, man. Court order requirement. Few states require you to obtain a court order before Vital Records Office will amend the birth certificate. Many states now allow markers like M for male, F for female, X for non-binary. So they'll allow you to put this on your birth certificate, non-binary. So they will allow you to do it in some states. And changing the gender marker on a birth certificate is different from changing it on driver's license, passport, social security. But you use the birth certificate in order to get the update on a driver's license, passport, and social security records. For example, if someone were born in Connecticut, the law allows a person to amend the gender designation on their birth certificate through the state's Connecticut Department of Public Health. Typically, it requires an application form, notarized statement, small filing fee, the documentation from the healthcare provider confirming the gender identity. Surgery is not required in Connecticut. After approval, the state issued an amended birth certificate showing a new gender marker. The original record is sealed, but still exists in state archive. So in the state archive, you're still a boy if you were born a boy, but you can change it for your own record. So you can go to Charlotte and you can have your license from Connecticut saying that you're a female, and they have to say, hey, you're a woman. Now, which states? Okay, which states allow it? Which states allow it?
High means.
And which do not? Which do not?
Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Right now, we're talking, if you're just tuned in, we're talking about the ability to be able to change your gender on your driver's license and what states allow that.
Because 1,700 transgender residents in Kansas have driver licenses invalidated. So we're trying to see which other states allow it, which states don't allow it, and what do we think it should be considered? Do we agree with it? Do we not agree with it? So states that do not allow gender changes in birth certificates. These states currently prohibit changing the gender marker on your birth certificate. So Florida, Indiana, Kansas, we already know that. Tennessee, Texas, Idaho, Iowa, Montana, and Oklahoma. So in all of those states, they'll probably end up having the same issue that they're having in Kansas. Something tells me we're not in Kansas anymore. I just like saying that. State that do allow gender marker changes, all other states allow it in some form through requirements, though the requirements differ. So easier states, self-attestation or simple form. Examples include California, Colorado, Connecticut. I don't like that one. Illinois, Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, Nevada, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Utah, Vermont, Washington. You can go to any of those places and do it, and then go back to Florida. States that allow it but require more proof are Georgia, Alabama, Kentucky, North Carolina, Wisconsin, Louisiana. So it's crazy. So, for example, if you live in Connecticut but were born in Texas, Texas laws control your birth certificate. So you can't go and get it changed because you were born in Texas and you weren't born whatever you want to be. So that would be tough. So you'd have some issues. So if you do try to go to Connecticut where you can marry a guy and one can be the wife, the guy would have to have been born in Connecticut, even if he wants to be the man in your relationship. I'm not even poking fun, but you both be men in your relationship, unfortunately. So you can't do it.
Wu Ming said, nah, don't ask me. I'm conservative. Nothing but love, though. You say you're conservative, so you don't think that they should be allowed to change what their gender says on their driver's license? I think it's fraud, because if we're going by the law, that's fraud, because that's not what you
Florida,
was.
Indiana, Kansas, Tennessee, Texas, Idaho, Iowa, Montana, and Oklahoma, and Erica's country, it's fraud. Listen, I'm
fraud.
not against you, man. I'm
Based
I'm
off
with you
what
100%.
what the
But
laws
it's
were
just
prior
funny,
to this
'cause you're a
happening,
female.
because they just changed this since they probably made marriage legal between
Women got a secret beef
same-sex.
with the trans community. Talk about that. Is that really a thing? Do they really
I
have
don't
like
have
a beef with them?
a beef. I don't really care
Do you
if
like?
they
Do
do
you
it,
like?
but I'm
Would
talking
you
about
like a man coming into the women's room while you're in there?
no.
All right.
But that's not a beef. It's
not a
just
beef.
but I don't want
They
to
think it's
fight
a
them,
beef 'cause
or
they're
I
a
have.
woman. They think they have just as much
Well,
right going in that bathroom as you do because they're a woman.
They're not a woman, and that's why I said
According
it's
to
fraud.
Florida.
If you were born whatever gender you were,
Texas.
unless you had two, you were hermaphrodite. I don't know if you could say it, but then that's different, because then you gotta remove one of your, you gotta switch to which gender that you gotta choose.
Yeah,
But
gotta
when
pick
you
one.
when you have in your mind that you're
struggle.
supposed to be
What's good,
something,
David?
then that's different. And I think that's fraud, because, and I'm saying that also because they should not be able to do that, because a lot of people now, it's hard to tell if you're actually a woman. So they're getting really good with these surgeries and stuff like that, and,
Yeah.
or these hormones and stuff. If you have a more feminine looking face or something, it's easier to transition when you take those hormones, and it's harder to tell. So this is a way, if they can't change it on their license, you'd be like, let me see your license. That's the way for you to know. And you shouldn't even have to ask that. That is crazy. And now even women, we can't tell. There are some trans men that you can't, that they really look like a man. They be all buff, they have beards and stuff, like, and they really be looking like men. It'd be hard to tell. And I think that's fraud, because and you scamming people, making them think something that you thinking that you with a man.
We did. We're gonna get to that. We definitely did. I heard it. I heard the words and everything, and we're gonna definitely talk about that. All right, go ahead. Papoose is this.
Yeah, and I thought that was great. I like Papoose music. He's not a popular artist, but I think he can rap. But he just a lot of people don't really. He's not really a popular artist. A lot of people don't like his music, but I think his diss track was dope. I like all of it, as long as we just stick to the music and don't take it to another level, and violence, physical violence and stuff like that. But I like the this records going back and forth. I want him to keep going. I want to see where this could go. Hopefully, like I said, it just sticks to the music, because King wilding out. I don't know if that was made up, or he was, well, maybe it was AI video, or he made, or whatever. He was
Oh, you
dancing
talking
out.
about him dancing? That was AI.
Yeah, but did he make that himself?
It don't matter.
But I'm
It's
saying,
hilarious.
if he made it,
There's
then
no rules, man. Why you keep softening this shit? It is a beef. Let it be. Let it be how it is, man.
I'm telling you my opinion. You can't tell me what my opinion
How he going
should
to
be.
her grave and so what? I wish he really was there doing it. I wish he really was. I wish it wasn't AI. Cause 50 is a fucking troll, bro. He old as fuck. He damn near the age of his name, wilding out here, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he doing too much. Like, I'm just saying, yeah, he acting like this, but King, how old is that nigga? 17? That nigga
No,
a kid.
he's over. He's
Yeah, but
gotta be in his 20s.
that nigga's still mad young, my nigga. That nigga ain't even developed mentally. That nigga not even ready to be a man. Like, he got a kid, he ain't ready to be a kid himself. Like, this nigga, yo, you talk about somebody's mother, it don't matter. Like, I don't care. No street rules. You know what I mean?
He
Like, you
ain't
talk about
talk
somebody's
about
mother.
it.
Don't
He just
talk about
posted
nobody's
a
mother.
picture that was already
So
on
what?
image.
That's talking about his mother.
Talking
you
is
can't
talking.
downplay-
Talking is talking.
Nigga talk about the nigga mother, my nigga. Like,
Talking is talking.
It is what it
He
is.
didn't talk. He
So
just
what?
posted a picture that was already out.
Nowadays
She
on
looked wild
social media,
in that
that's
picture.
talking, Erica. That's talking.
Talking
Posting
is talking.
a picture is
Remember,
talking. And
definition.
he wrote a caption. He did say something. So
No,
he's saying like he didn't say
he
nothing.
said, "Keep my name out your mouth."
Exactly. And he put a picture of the mother. What is that? Symbolism?
Yeah,
come on, man.
it is. Because
Exactly.
he didn't say anything.
Exactly. So we know what he was doing. We know what his intentions are. He's trying to downplay it. Like,
I
oh,
ain't
like he ain't
downplaying
say
it.
nothing.
I'm
He
saying
ain't
he's
say
being
nothing
extra.
about your mom.
So
like,
then he
come on.
needed, cause that picture been out, he needed to cuss out all them people and dance on their parents' graves too, then and not just 50 Cent. Because that picture was been circulating.
It don't matter.
And the people,
You
other
could-
people was
you
talking
could,
about it.
You could mind your business, or you could involve yourself in what everybody else doing. Like if somebody doing some shit and I choose to partake in this shit, we were just talking about this. Like if somebody joking and I laugh at the nigga and the nigga decide to come at me because I'm laughing at the nigga, he barking up the wrong tree, but hell, you within your rights. Cause I thought it was funny. The joke's on you. You feel offended. Whatever, I get it. But I didn't insult you. Now, if I were to say another joke or chime in or be like, yeah, look at your shoes, you know what I mean? Like if I'm one of those people that's adding to the shit, because if you reposting some shit or sharing some shit, you're adding to the shit. So if you're adding to the shit, you involving yourself in it. So just like the same other people that's saying shit, I ain't saying nothing to them. It don't matter. I could have, but I chose you, motherfucker. Just like a Pokemon. I chose you, nigga. So if I chose, if you just happen to be unlucky, nigga. You just had to be, it had to be you, nigga. Shit. And when I seen it, what did I say? Damn, I don't know why he took it there with this nigga. But you know what? Fuck it. I didn't say that, oh man, he grinding for doing that to his mother grave and shit. I was just like, yo,
I didn't say
that
that
nigga,
either. I said that's not how
him.
I would have handled it. That's what I said.
You try to be nice.
That's not nice. I didn't say I wouldn't say anything, but
I think it's hilarious because it's a joke. You joking? How you like it? How you like it if I talk about your mom? How you like? Okay, you post a picture of my mom. I'm gonna post a picture of your mom. She doesn't have any current photos. The only current photo I can give you is of her tombstone today.
And then he talking about smoking on that pack. He's selling weed with her face on it. Yeah. And Miss Jackson.
Got shirts. Yeah, they got shirts.
Yeah, like what? Like,
that's what the fuck he get, man. I don't feel bad. Like
I don't feel bad. I don't
feel like it's wrong. I don't feel like it's distasteful. I don't feel like he crossed the line. I don't feel like none of that. I feel like it's fear. I feel like it is what it is. It started. Now let's see it through. If he see him one day walking down the street, because he a grown man, if he see him and he want to punch him in the face, that's on him. I doubt if he gonna do that because he claims to be a businessman, savvy and all that. He said he was gonna sue him. Then all of a sudden he comes out with all these fucking diss tracks and shit out of nowhere.
Did he drop a diss track?
He got two. He got one with Max B. He talk about Jim and them, and then he got the
that was clever.
And he said he complimented T.I. other son Damani. He was like he could rap better than T.I.
The senior citizens is what academics calls them. So he's beefing with them and makes a song with the op of Jim Jones. That was clever. It was.
And then Max corny too because he said he don't want no smoke, but then
and then
what's going on.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he's trying to get it back. He don't care. And then you got him doing this, coming at T.I. And then not only that, he got a new season of his show coming out, and T.I. diss is in the fucking intro.
The thing, yeah.
So he real, what you call it? Cerebral. He's cerebral with it. You know what I mean? He's got cerebral pettiness because he started this shit. Like however you want to slice it, he started this shit. So now, and if you really want to take it there, he started this shit a long time ago. Because he even released out an old diss that he did talking about T.I. And T.I. never responded to that. So he put that out, plus the intro, plus his 2 diss tracks, and now he's doing all these memes and all this extra shit. You know what I mean? So it counts. Like all his memes, everything, it counts because these niggas got t-shirts and shit. They merchandise in the beef. So I mean, I don't think it's serious. Like it's gonna get to somebody getting hurt. I don't think it's like that. I think it's just entertaining to the people. Everybody looking at it, everybody's enjoying it. I'm gonna say it the same way I said it about the Drake and Kendrick. It's just good for hip hop. It's good for hip hop because these is older hip hop heads. What happened with Drake and Kendrick was good for hip hop because it was the younger era. These is like why I don't even know why the fuck this is happening, but 50 had it coming for a minute. Like nobody just only person that really like come back and forth with him, pause, Rick Ross. Rick Ross came out. Ja Rule, he decimated that nigga. You know what I mean?
Ja Rule tried. He didn't.
He did try, but
he ended his career.
Yeah. Yo, the funniest thing was him doing that concert, him buying all those seats. That's crazy.
He
like
just petty.
You really gotta be extremely petty to do some shit like that. Like you bought all the tickets to this nigga's show. So how do you get back at
3 rows
at T.I? Because T.I still would do shows. I remember my memorable experience at T.I. is T.I ain't no punk ass nigga because he did a show at Southern, I think, a long time ago. Somebody threw something at him. He said, "Hey yo, partner, hey yo, don't even drinks at me, bro. I don't play that shit, bro. Now, whoever did that, man, come up here, man, make yourself known." Whatever. Nobody said nothing. I was like, oh shit, man. He stood on business.
I seen him before at
I think it was on business.
Jingle Jam. And it have a
I
bunch
don't
of
know.
different
I don't know what
artists.
he was did that because he was a little nigga. I remember because I see ATL nigga. That nigga, he was too little, man. He was shrimp. He might be bigger now. He might be bigger now. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing.
He stand on business.
It's about skill. It's about skill.
Like King said. King little too.
Ain't nobody worried about King though. That name, yo, it's funny because he's such a little king. He like Lord Farquaad. Yeah, yo, nigga like Lord Farquaad. The albino Farquaad.
He said that too. Albino kids coming at me now, and the grandmothers. That was about Beyonce mother because she commented on Tiny's post and she was like, "You look good, queen," or something. But she was giving her a compliment. But I guess he took it as like she need to mind her. He thought she was trying to reference him and what's going on or whatever. So he basically was like, "Mind your business" to her. Maybe that's what Jay-Z said his song. Maybe he said
he
something.
just said, "I'm about $1." What's the fucking 50 cent?
No, you said he made a new song. No, that wasn't.
Nah, that was old. That was some old shit. They just put it out 4 days ago. But shit, I don't know. I guess what he trying to do, he's trying to come back at everybody, but he came back at everybody though. He even came back at Papoose because Papoose put his shit out. So you know what? Since you brought it up, let's talk about Papoose.
Papoose put out 2 diss records.
That's cool, but 50 put out the worst diss.
50 Cent is just problematic. You beefing with all
Clarissa
these
Shields caught in a cheating scandal with a Florida rapper. What's that Florida rapper's name?
Who cares? He ain't famous.
He famous now. Let me see. Clarissa Shields, Florida.
Yeah, he looked crazy.
You seen him, right? The dude?
Yeah.
Since they want to talk about. Oh, here. Oh, wow. And they in the picture together? What is this? Oh, nah, they just did that for the clip. His name is Maserati Bud, yo. Maserati Bud from Florida.
Don't nobody know who he is.
Was crushed over her relationship and refused to delete her photos. That's him right there. Maserati Bud. That nigga look like Calico.
That's who she need to be with.
She need to be with Maserati Bud?
Yeah, that's it. Her.
What? Instead of that move?
Clearance.
Yo, why you doing her like that, yo? Yo, man. So Maserati Bud, man, he used to help her write her music.
She don't got. See,
He
this
used
is
to,
what.
that song she came out with, Miss
I knew somebody wrote that. And it
she
still wasn't
wrote
even.
it. She wrote it, but he helped her, like, helped her get it right.
It wasn't.
Helped her
It still
perfect it.
wasn't right
That shit-
because it wasn't.
That shit was on 106 in Park, yo.
Clarissa Shields.
Yeah, she was up there. She
That
performed
shit.
up there with
It
the
was
other
never
shit.
number one.
No, I'm saying she performed it up there. I don't think it was on the count.
Of course not.
Because they don't know about it. That's why. If they knew about it,
it's trash.
that shit would be up there.
Yeah, Florida artist is not good.
She not from Florida. She from Detroit.
He helped her write it. He from Florida.
She a beast, though, man. She a beast.
Who is we talking about? We talking about the same person?
She on the mic, and she could fight.
He being
according
sarcastic.
to Shields, 50 Cent had invited her to the event. That is where she was introduced to Maserati Bud. She said the two later developed a friendship, but insisted the relationship never became romantic or sexual. Shields also claimed that Maserati Bud frequently recorded her whenever they were around each other. She told viewers that many of her videos now circulating online were filmed by him during those moments. The boxer also shared screenshot messages from 2025 that says how her repeatedly asking Maserati Bud to remove photos of her from his Instagram page. He refused and allegedly told her that deleting the images would mess up the look of his page. Oh, okay. Another set of messages, Maserati Bud appears upset after learning she had a boyfriend. Shields says she claimed she never told him she was in a relationship and told her he felt crushed by the news. Shields also addressed how 50 Cent became involved in the situation. She wrote on Twitter, "First, this situation started New Year's when 50 Cent decided to disrespect me and Papoose unprovoked, which led to rap beef and Papoose dissed him. Rather than responding through music like a true artist, he chose to make false claims about me and create narrative suggestion that I had a intimate relationship with someone I have never been involved with in any capacity. No romantic or ex contact whatsoever. Given his platform and influence with 38.9 million followers, legal action is now being pursued." So she's saying it never happened. Dude saying nothing happened, but they was serious. So he admitted nothing happened, but we was serious. He was
How serious
I got my
could
own
you
motion.
be?
I got my own clout.
How long was they dealing with each other? If he's saying that it's serious, but y'all never did nothing.
They was dealing with each other for a year or so, for a couple years. Pretty much the whole time that she was with Pat, she was dealing with Maserati, whatever.
It ain't even been 2 years yet. Cause she said a year and a half.
Well,
she said it'll be 2 years in September. It was still that ain't no year and a half.
She knew this dude since 2024, yo. She knew him since 2024.
That wasn't serious.
And she was talking to Papoose in 2024.
And she ain't no virgin. She didn't. That wasn't serious. If you're dealing with someone that long and you're choosing not to do anything and you're not a virgin.
Cause she wanted Papoose.
Yeah, so it wasn't serious. It was serious in his mind, maybe.
Look, I don't know. I be looking at her and I be changing my mind. Like I was looking at her the other day and I was like, I don't know.
Changing your mind about what? How she looked?
Like,
yeah. That's makeup. And depending on how she do her hair, if she do her hair different and put on makeup, she could look decent.
Because you don't get hit in the face a lot. She could
look decent, but with a fresh face,
she like
out the shower, like how
Kevin
Samuel say.
Like she regular. I just think Remy better. Like Remy look better.
Yeah.
But Remy is like kind of normal too. But I think Remy look better though.
And the same thing with her, when she do herself up, she can look better. When she grew her hair out, now she look better with longer hair than when her hair was short. That looked better on her face.
Yeah, but then she be like, I'll fight any chick that want it. I'll put up the money. You can't beat me. Like she just crazy.
Yeah, and why are you trying to fight regular people? That's not even
Cause she just
trained.
She just competitive. She just nobody could beat her in boxing. But she been in the UFC joint too. She in the UFC joint.
She just got
Nobody
mad
beat
because
her in
Tasha
that.
K talk about what she sparred with that guy and he knocked her down.
That's a man.
And then she
That's
was
a
like,
man, though.
but this is what she said. That don't mean nothing. I spar with guys all the time. He the only reason why he knocked me down is because he didn't have no padding in his gloves. And she was like, I sparred with him before that video that came
But
out,
she
and
ain't
I
even
won.
gotta make no excuse though.
And
Yeah,
it's
'cause that's
still
what I'm
sparring.
saying.
That ain't even no real
like,
match.
It really ain't no defense for it. Like, all right, so what?
I'm just saying what she said. I didn't say if I
No, because
agree
Tasha
with
K
it.
always try, like, it's a stupid thing to make something about. That's what I'm saying. Like, why even make something about that? It's clearly a difference. It's clearly a biological difference. She's a boxer, but she's a woman boxer versus
that's what she trying to tell her, because
boxer.
she keep trying to say she can beat anybody. That's why Tasha K brought that up.
She got competitive spirit, but she could beat any chick. Yes, she could beat Tasha K ass. Yes, but yeah, she boxing with another dude. She could probably beat Tasha K boyfriend ass, but her boyfriend not no boxer. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the only difference. Like nobody could beat everybody. Everybody got some match, but we talk about biological difference. Come on, man. Like what the fuck? Like that's like common sense. But Tasha K don't got no common sense. She's still going talking shit about people, and she done got fucking sued for millions of dollars by fucking Cardi B. Yo, you think she will learn a lesson?
She
don't
filed
learn.
for bankruptcy, so she don't have to pay that.
She's stupid, yo.
Because there's loopholes and stuff when you do that, so that's why she.
People can't wait.
So now
People
she
can't
know
wait to sue
what.
her ass.
So now she know what to do, so she don't be worried about that. Because she talked about that too. Like she don't have to pay nothing because when she filed for, it's a certain thing within when you file for bankruptcy that so it's making it look like she don't have the money, so she don't have to pay. So that's why she don't care. She gonna keep on saying what she's saying.
Cardi B just did that just to fuck up her life. She don't want her little money. She told her, she was like, yo, I just did this just to fuck shit up. You know what I mean? Because you thought I was so dumb. Like, so now, give me my fucking money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, she filed for bankruptcy. You ain't gonna get shit, but
just give me my money.
It's still funny as hell that she gotta go through stupid shit because she be just talking shit and don't be knowing shit. Like, but that's just dumb. Like you try to, like, I don't know why, like some people, like this nigga Poetic Flacco, like sometimes
who's that?
This fat nigga. But sometimes this nigga he'll say shit and cause he just speak on shit that's out there, but he makes his assessment of the information that's out there. And sometimes his assessment, I be like, nigga, that's what you think? Like you reaching. Sometimes he be reaching. But I think like that's the wave for the internet. Like you gotta reach. You gotta reach. Like you can't just say something. You gotta go to the extreme with the shit. You know what I mean? Like that's why I always try to make an objective argument instead of like my personal experience shit, because from the outside, it's just okay. It's just black and white. But then when you start to go, well, this is how you know what I mean? Then it becomes a whole different thing because it's like it's your personal shit. But on a normal basis, like okay, this is how you handle this. But then when we talk about things about like you know an opinion based, like okay, some shit like that. Like if I'm just saying like all right, like with King and 50. That's an opinion. Like you feel like, he went too far. I feel like it's okay. That's an opinion. It doesn't have to be right. It doesn't have to be wrong, but it's how you feel about it and how I feel about it. But if you're gonna clearly put yourself in a position to say what this person did is clearly wrong, well, what fact do you have to back that up? Now, with this guy, Kenneth Sloan, we all know that what the fuck he did was wrong. He got arrested. So it is what it is. Sometimes this motherfucker be talking about different people. Like, for instance, he's talking about Corey Holcomb right now. Corey Holcomb has a person on his show. So because he felt some type of way because he keeps on posting a picture of Corey Holcomb and talking about him or whatever, and Corey Holcomb spoke to it, he's saying, well, so people that are talking about other people, that's what you do on the internet. You talk about other people. Yeah, you talk about other people, but you're passing your judgment on this person. Like if I'm just talking about this is what it is, all right, this is what happened, all right, whatever. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. This is how I feel about it. That's different. That's my, my take on it. But then you're like, oh, he's a sleazy guy. He's this, he's that. And I'm like, yo, of course the motherfucker gonna come at you because you're saying shit like that. Like everybody can have their opinion about some shit, but if you're a popular platform or whatever, and you're putting hit pieces out on other people, and then they defending themselves about you, but they not using your name. Yeah, motherfucker, you is throwing mud at the motherfucker, so the motherfucker have a right to defend himself, but you can't say that the nigga is not successful. If the nigga did what he wanted to do, and he's doing what he wanted to do, then that's successful, at least in his regard. Now he might not be at the highest level in his career as other people, but he's still at a higher level than you. I just looked up that nigga net worth. His net worth between 1 and 2 million. That's not a lot for celebrities, but he's a celebrity that he don't want to wear dresses. He don't want to do this. He's very selective about the people that he's around. And like I was saying earlier, those areas are gate kept. Now, if you don't know that, then you're naive. But you was on a fucking show that clearly the motherfucker is a culture vulture, and you've been on his show for how fucking long? And you still like be praising that motherfucker like you know what I mean? Like a fucking, I ain't gonna say it, the C word. But it is what it is. Like, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, some of the shit that he say is fucked up. But if you know what type of comedy you get, because Andrew Dice Clay, George Carlin, Rodney Dangerfield, fucking Bob Saget from fucking Full House. Those are all distasteful comedians. They say jokes that, oh my God, what did he really say that? Yes, they fucking tell jokes like that. And they say distasteful jokes. So you decide if you want to listen to those jokes or not, if you want to go there for that. You know what I mean? But in any case, I felt like, you know what I mean, the motherfucker just make a hit piece on the nigga because the nigga came at him because you was talking shit about the nigga. And he said a comment like a lot of people piggyback off of other people's success or whatever, and he made a comment about Darlene because Darlene used to go out with Ice-T. So back in the day, Ice-T put her on 2 of his albums or some shit. And
what does she do? She's an artist.
No, she just looked it really good, and that was his baby mother. So.
What, he put her on the cover art?
On the cover, yeah.
Oh.
And he was like, you know how many women would give both their legs to get an opportunity like that, and she was able to do it and all this or whatever. And he was saying that was insulting to her right in front of her face. Like, sure, she can't do any better than being on the album cover for Ice-T or whatever. Like, nigga, that is a big deal though, ain't it? Like, that's Ice-T, like in his prime, like that was really like a big deal. But I guess if you don't know, you would say something like that. That's the only thing I don't like. Like, if you don't know, then why are you saying that? Why don't you, if you're supposed to be professional, why don't you do your research and learn about all the shit that you're speaking on, because it probably is, she may actually be happy about that she had those memories, that she had those experiences, that she had those opportunities, that she probably got her fucking picture when she was there, probably got that shit in her room in a fucking in a poster in a case or some shit. Like, she might really care about that, but he didn't know that, you know what I mean? But he's, you know, but it seemed like every time he addressed, because he said something about Black YouTube, how Black YouTube is only, their agenda is only to bring other Black people down. And I don't think that's the case, but I do believe that because we're Black, the most popular stories that we're gonna have knowledge of is probably gonna be related to our culture, right? So those are the main things that pop up for our information. Yeah, it's all this shit going on. Yeah, some dude did some shit for Iran or some shit like that. But we want to know what's going on with our culture before anything else. So the first thing we see, we open a newspaper, damn, 3 people got shot over there, or da 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 da. You know what I mean? So we are already privy to that. So that's like, low key, we desensitized to it. But then the other thing is, like, when we see it, it's just like another day. You know what I mean? Like, it, you know, we see it and we expect it to happen as a routine. We expect this type of behavior. Hence, colored people tongue, which is an insult, right? But we take it as like, yo, just accept it. We gonna be late. You know what I mean? Which is fucking terrible.
I don't.
It's fucking terrible. You know what I mean? We shouldn't, but
You can do stuff or know that stuff is going on and still acknowledge that you could do better.
but to just put it on, like, I'm sure Russians are late, even though they be rushing all the time. That's a dad joke. Nah, but I'm sure Chinese people, any group is going to be tardy or late in some, you know, to some capacity. Probably not. You don't want them to be always late. You don't want them to make a habit of it. But they try to make it seem like, oh, we always late every single time,
Because
at every single event, all the time.
There's different stereotypes for each ethnic group.
Yeah, but it's a
Because
stereotype.
I think because they're more prone to these certain behaviors than others. Like, just like with Asian people, they say they're good at math.
I don't agree.
Or something. The majority of them.
There's a reason why, right? You know that they in school for 12 hours a day. Maybe that's why they're good at math. And our students are only in school for 6 hours. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why they're good at math.
Yeah, but I'm saying it goes by the majority. That's where they get these stereotypes from. Not, of course, in each ethnic group, there's outliers, but they're going by the majority in each group.
Right. Every time you got a kid, you got, Johnny Wynn, he's in your classroom or something, and, or Tony Lee, and they're the best readers, they're the best in math, and they're the best in this and that, whatever, and suck at sports, but they're the best on the chess team. The reason that they're so good in academia is because their parents enforce that. It's a cultural equivalence. It has nothing to do with just because, you know what I mean? In the same way that they're just so good at math, they don't say that the fresh off the boat African kids are just as good at math. And they don't say that the kid that's only up here, his parents are up here on a work visa, is just as good at math, because they're here for a reason. Their parents are encouraging them to do what they're supposed to do. But it's a stereotype.
Because there are outliers, just like, and we don't focus on the outliers.
But they're saying the stereotype because they're not looking at these
are a
components.
separate issue. But regardless of the reason, it still is what it is. Regardless of how they came to that conclusion, this is still what happens in the majority in these groups.
But that's what I'm saying. When we say that, we can understand better instead of having this false equivalence.
It's not saying that it can't happen.
Because of these reasons,
it happens
so
more.
That we can make the the improvements that we have to make those changes, the necessary changes that we need to make to our culture. Because just giving people this or saying somebody is this, how do you correct this behavior? Well, you have to encourage punctuality.
And that's
on
why
all
I said
fronts.
they
So
accept it.
the
You
way
said
to,
color
the
people
way to
time. I
do
don't
it
accept
is by having
that it's
the people that take care of you be on time for shit all the time. But they're not on time because they got caught in traffic, or they're not on time because they got held back late at work because they had to do this, or they're not. But there's all of these barriers. So why are we always late? Maybe the reason we're always late is because we work more. Maybe we're tired. Maybe, there could be reasons, right? Not to justify, bad punctuality, but if there's a really good reason why you're late all the time. But it's not. It's just something that people just
accept it, like you said.
Right.
That's
They
why
just
I
accept it as a norm. And that's why I push back against the best in math and this, because just to give you a little bit of education why it's possible. But I'm saying,
but that's not
it would
saying
start
that
at home.
These statistics are not saying that it's not possible. It's just saying what it is.
But
if
that's
you can do it or not is a separate issue.
A stereotype is like fan-made films. It's not necessarily a statistic. Like, you have to actually look this shit up to find an actual stat to say Asians are better at math. Like, you'd have to look that up. Like, it's a stereotype versus a stat. And I think their stereotypes they got poor driving. They got
stereotypes
this, they got that.
Are based off of
what?
Fact.
No, they're not based off of fact. Don't say that.
It comes from somewhere. It's not just made up.
It comes from people just saying shit. That's what it comes from. There's no actual analytical data to support stereotypes. It's just what people fucking say. Because a stereotype is a negative trope against a particular group. That's
where did it come from? It's not a random thing.
Something that people said to fucking insult people.
But they didn't say it for no reason.
Black people are lazy. No good people. That's why black people have bad punctuality. Is that what you want to know? That's what it is. That's why. That's what colored people time is.
So black people not late?
No.
So why you put her in song?
We accepted it because just like we
black
accept
people not late.
Just like we accept because you're adding to the stereotype because you don't accept it, but you're saying it. Black people not late, and I just said no. And you said they not. What are you doing right now?
They are
late.
Are you
black?
True.
Are you black?
What I didn't say all the time. You be late. Do you be late? Are you black?
I'm late by choice.
So now you're saying it's by choice.
I'm not saying
but you just said black people are not late. You said they're not late, but you be late sometimes.
Okay.
We all be late
sometimes.
All
black people, right?
You don't know no other black people that's late?
I asked you. You said no.
You said you're not all. So I'm asking.
All right.
All black people are all black people.
No, I don't think so.
Or do you know other people that are black that are late?
Yeah, I do.
That are black that are late.
I know white people that are late too. So you want to do that game? Like, come on, that's why I said it's a semantic argument because you can't provide me any analytical data that can prove that black people are always late.
Studies show that students of East Asian descent often perform higher on average in mathematics.
Okay. But we're not talking about that, and I already told you why.
And it said that's why, but we're not talking about the reason. We're saying if it actually happens or not.
That's not
the reason is a separate conversation.
That's not a stereotype. That's the accolade. But anyway,
that is because they talk about them being
good at math. Being poor drivers.
Yeah, and they say that they're good at math. Why didn't you look up what we were just
talking about? Why didn't you look that up?
That is what we were talking about.
We were talking about.
There's no statistics. It is a reason to justify it.
Speculation. Clear identifiable reason is what? That their parents take more charge of watching over them versus what we're talking about. That's what it is. That's a clear identifiable reason.
Yeah, but the reason is a separate conversation than if that happens.
And we already was talking about. You was talking so much about this about black people being late, and then you looked at it to prove something else. You should have just looked.
No, that's what we were talking about because we were talking about Asians.
Talking about stereotypes in general.
Yeah, and then that was an example.
I don't think that's really, that's a performative measure, and that's not really a stereotype. That's actually a big up against their group. Them not being able to drive is their trope. Black people being late is our trope. Matter of fact, I got ChatGPT. You are.
I did look it up, and
What
I never
did it say?
said
What
that
did it
the
say?
reason that you
You
said
ain't
when
say
we're
it.
not talking about
So
the
let me look it up
reason.
so I can see.
That's correct, but that's a separate conversation on why it happens. It still is a fact. You said stereotypes don't come from fact. Not all of them. Some of them are just. But where did it come from? They didn't just make it up. They seen black people being
are
late.
not always late. That idea comes from a long time. Hold on, time out. You said what you said. You read.
I said all stereotypes are not, but some of them come from somewhere. Nobody just wake up and say, "Oh, this is something." It came from somewhere.
That's fine.
They seen it happen, so that's why they started saying it.
I know where it came from, and I already explained that. But check this out. This is what it says. No, black people are not always late. That idea comes from a long-standing stereotype, sometimes jokingly called colored people time. It's been used in pop culture and humor, but it's still a stereotype, not a factual trait of a group of people. Punctuality varies by individual, not race. Some people are punctual, others run late. Across every culture and background, in some communities, there are different cultures, attitudes towards time, more flexible versus strict schedules. But those appear in many cultures around the world, not just among Black Americans. So, to prove my point, yes, that's not true. But
I didn't say all stereotypes are based off of fact, but I just read one that came from a fact.
We were talking about that. Why didn't you just look this up? We were talking about this.
All stereotypes come from some. There's some reason where it came from.
Do you
just
know
like
some black
attitudes
people that are late?
Just like attitudes.
Come on, man.
There certain ethnic groups. They're attributed to certain behavioral or the way that they act or having a bad attitude. But it came from somewhere. You're saying it like they just pulled it out the sky and it's just made up. So it's not pulled out the sky. Someone seen it happen frequently, and that's why this became a thing. It didn't just wasn't just pulled out the sky one day. Somebody just said that.
The reason I said it because you played right into it. But the reason that I say these things is because we gotta cut this shit out. Like, you're Black, just like me. So the same way that I feel about it, like I said earlier, I care about Black people if they don't care about themselves, because I know that that's bullshit. But they say it, and we say it, and we accept it.
No, you accept it because you put it in a song. See, I'm late, so what? And I ain't reset my clock, so I don't give a fuck. Because you accepting it. I never said I accepted it. You speaking it for yourself. Because you're speaking for yourself. You can't say that and then make a song about it, acting like it's okay. So, see, I'm late, so what? You're accepting it. If you're saying, see, I'm late, so what? Is that not accepting that because you're Black and you said color people time? I don't accept it. Because I said I acknowledge that something is not correct and we need to think about ways to improve it. I didn't make that
song. You're talking about music. Now,
yeah, but that's accepting it in that statement, even though it's a song.
I'm not talking about music right now. I'm talking about facts. So we could talk about music.
That you made a song.
It is a fact that I made a song, but what I said was not a fact. I said colored people time. I was making a reference to a stereotype because what the fuck is my song called? What's the name of my song? Thank you. It's called Stereotype shit.
But you also said, so what? I don't give a fuck. Because that means you're accepting it. If you say, so what? I don't give a fuck about something, regardless of what the content of what you put in it. I know what a stereotype is. You didn't have to tell me.
The name of my song is about stereotypes.
But in the song, you accepted it in the lines that you said, with the words that you said, because you said, so what? So that means you accepted
it. Stereotype. It's about stereotypes of Black people.
Yeah, and in the song, the phrase that you made in the song was accepting it. Because you said, see, I'm late, so what? I don't give a fuck. Because I don't accept it. Because you're saying we accept it. No, you accepted it. Because I don't think that it's acceptable.
Me making this song called Stereotype shit and saying stereotypes in the song, you can't see the correlation of that, and that's not my problem.
But that's not all that you said. I'm talking about the song as a whole.
I said many other stereotypes.
You accepted it in the lyrics that you said, because you said, so what? Like, it's okay.
Right.
I don't think it's okay. So don't include me in that when you say we accept it. Who's we?
I'm black.
I don't accept it though. So even though I'm black, I recognize that that's a problem, and that's something that we need to work on changing.
You can be a
I
black
wouldn't make a song and
and
tell
the
you
other black
and
people
say
that are
tell
black
people
people
that they should do it, or
are,
that
are
so
the
what,
we,
and
right?
that I don't give a fuck.
But the funny thing is,
Because if you say you don't give a fuck and then talking about that we need to change it is counterproductive.
Time out. The idea comes from a long-standing stereotype, sometimes jokingly called "colored people time," and she's referring to a reference I made to that in my song called "Colored People Time," right? So and the name of the song is called Stereotype Shit. I don't know why she brought that up. She just wanted to interrupt.
I brought it up because you said we accept it, and
Yeah,
I said I don't accept it, even though I'm black. You don't accept it either. If you're saying that we're trying to change it, but then that's contradictory.
It's not
because you're saying I don't give a fuck. So what? So how are you trying to say that we need to change it, but then make a song saying the opposite? When I make music, I don't say stuff that I don't agree with.
It was about stereotypes. That's what the song was about. I write songs
talking about stereotypes, talking about what you said along those lines. As far as acceptance. You're not listening. But I'm talking, you're not listening. I'm talking about acceptance. You're accepting it by saying, so what?
You want to argue about,
because that's what you're saying. You're saying accept it and we need to do better. So then don't make music saying the contrary. Is what I'm saying.
Music saying whatever I feel. Why?
And that's the problem. That's what we talk about all the time. No, it should be about what you really feel, not making stuff because it sounds good.
An expression of how you feel, right?
Yeah, so you don't
give a fuck. This is how I feel about stereotypes. This is an extension of our culture.
So you don't give a fuck about being late.
It's made up of negative tropes.
Because that's how you really feel, right?
Is that
or you just said it because it was catchy? I'm asking you because you said that's how you feel. Is that how you feel, or you just you thought it sounded good in the song when you said you don't give a fuck?
No, I said it. Listen. You asked 3 questions. You answered one of them yourself. Let me answer your question like this. When I make music, and I just want to put this out there. When I make music, my music is an expression of taste for the people that's gonna buy the music. I know that the people that's listening to my music are probably ignorant people. Some of them may be smart, but a lot of times the people that's gonna buy the music are probably on CP time, and they might be white, right? But I only made a song called Stereotype Shit because I could use this hook with Biggie, and then I was like, oh shit, you know what? That sounds hot. So I wanted to make something for my people that we could relate to. And every group can relate to stereotypes, even though we're not fond of some of the stereotypes, we could relate to it. So I made a song to be relatable to my culture. I'm not gonna go too much deep into it because that's not really what we're talking about. Because it really doesn't make any sense to talk about that, to be honest, in this argument. But just to make that point, yes, it was called Stereotype Shit, and I made reference to black stereotypes specifically. That was it. You know what I mean? And I'm a writer. I'm a mental writer. So I really think about everything that I write. So yeah, I wrote it. I said, so what? Because they don't care about being late, right? I'm putting myself in that way. And then when I said, no, I don't agree with it. No, but I know what people like to hear. So I know how people are going to act when I perform this song and we cheering and we like, black nigga shit. You know what I mean? They're going to love that shit. And they love it every fucking time. So that's why I did it. I did it because it's music and it sounds great. And it's it's artist expression. My music is parental advisory. It's not made for children. You know what I mean? But if you have your kid listening to it, that's on you. But I'm having an intellectual conversation about something right now. And we're talking about something I did in an artistic expression. It doesn't have a correlation in what we're saying, only to prove you more wrong, because I did make reference that is a stereotype, and stereotypes are not necessarily true.
Yeah,
it's just something that people say.
I understand it's a song, but if we're talking about
the song anymore, now about stereotype is something that is a negative trope that they put on a particular culture, and that's something that everybody just goes with. So fuck the song.
All right, I know
That's
what
what
a
it's about.
stereotype is,
That's what
but
it's
what
about.
I'm
No,
saying,
you don't.
I do know
No,
what
you
it
don't.
is.
No, you
I do
don't.
know what a
You don't
stereotype
know.
is. All ethnic
You don't
groups have
know. You have a hard
stereotypes.
time right now.
No, I do
You
know.
said that. Well, you made that song and you said that and you said so what? Look at the context of everything that I said.
Okay, off
in
of that, because
verse.
you said the song don't
I
matter
know,
or
but
whatever.
what you said,
or whatever.
you do
No,
know what
I
it means,
I
but
do
you
know what
don't.
I do know what it
Go ahead,
means.
tell me.
I'm not retarded. You and you
You
keep
don't
and you
gotta
were
be
and
retarded
if
to
I
know what it
didn't
means.
and if I didn't know
That just
you
means you don't know.
said
That
it
doesn't
three.
make you retarded.
I know. Okay,
Can't say that.
can I go? And I never, if I didn't know, you said it 3 times, so you don't have to keep repeating it. If I didn't know, then I do
gotta
now.
keep repeating
You
it.
don't, because
You're not getting it.
I do know what it means, because you're adding extra
Okay.
stuff into it. And what I'm
So
saying is, if you're talking about that, we need to change these negative stereotypes because it came from somewhere. Somebody, okay. Can I?
Why?
Because we're talking about stereotypes, and that's the name of the song.
2026, March 15th, 11:03. We talking about this, and you bringing up a song
Because
like
we're talking about
2014.
stereotypes. It's relevant to the conversation. But what I'm saying is, and this is what we talk about in music and stuff like that, if you're saying that we need to do better, although it's artistic expression, then I think your music should be in alignment with that. And overall, if that's what you think that we should do, and we should understand these stereotypes and try to change them if we are feeding into them or we are living our lives that way, then making a song saying certain things is contradictory to that. And it's not just you, other artists do the same thing. But if we're saying we got to do better, and people are listening to that, you're feeding into that narrative because you want people to like your music. That's different. No, it is, because how are you creating change? That's a way for you to create change. If you say you want,
mean go out here and behead
if you say you want to create change, your music is a way that you can do that. Is what I'm saying. So then you should be mindful of that when you're making music, just like
you listen to this music. So what are you talking about right now? You listen to fucking ratchet fucking shit. What are you saying?
I also don't do the things that
for children.
We're not talking about children.
We are, because those are the only people that are affected by negative messages that come from music.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Grown people listen to music
bullshit.
and do
if
stuff.
you're a grown ass person, you listen to music and you doing what you hear in a fucking song.
They shouldn't.
Then you need to be in jail where people that do that go.
Yeah, they do.
Okay,
I never said that they shouldn't.
But they do it. Not to do this. If they listen to a song and they do it, you failed as a fucking parent. That's what we need to be talking about. Not talking about, oh, the music need to be like this. You shouldn't say, no, we're gonna say what we want. That you sound crazy right now.
Me listening to something and making a song.
Why are you listening to it?
When I make music, because I make music too. I don't make music about shit that I don't do, or stuff that I don't think that people should live that way.
How you gonna hear what you like to hear?
That's all I'm saying, because that's how I really feel.
But
so when I make music, my expression is based on my real life and how I want things to actually go.
You don't like the music
I'm talking about creating it. If somebody else made it, I don't have no control over that. I'm not doing what I'm listening to.
Then you gotta stop listening to it.
No, you're creating it. So that's you're contradicting it.
No.
You're contradicting it. You say you want it to be a change.
You want them, because you're trying to tell me how to live my life.
I didn't tell you how to do nothing.
Well, no, because
you say you want there to be a change, but your music should
encouraging me to
that.
change certain things. And I'm saying, okay, well,
why did you listen? Create? You can't control what somebody else
that. And you can be right. And I would agree. You know what? I'll do that. But I wanna hear this.
I don't care if you do it or not. I'm just making a point of that. If this is how you feel, then
I'm addressing the point.
Making a song with the opposite thing is supporting the narrative that they're putting out about us. You're making that. You're making it like they're right about what they're saying about us by saying that.
Let me respond to it.
I never finished. You were still talking while I was. No, you've been talking this whole time while I've been talking. We could go on to the next topic if there is one.
Don't finish, then I'll finish my point. My point is this.
You already said your point.
I didn't, because I thought you were finished.
How you thought I was finished when you kept talking at the same time as me? Yes, I never stopped. You keep saying stuff and adding extra questions and throwing different stuff into the conversation. I don't know why you're laughing at him, because this is what he do all the time. That's why we can't have no conversation.
Because I'm only talking about topics. I'm not saying what you're doing.
All right,
or
so
what you
go
should be
on to
doing.
the next.
No,
Because
this is the
if you're
topic
saying
right
we
now.
need to change,
Right.
then that's how your life should depict that. If
All
you
right.
if you're making music, when I make music, and this is my stance on a certain subject, that's what my music reflects. I'm not saying I feel this way and that we should do this and then make a song stating the contrary, and then you made it because you want people to relate to it, but then that's feeding into the narrative of what they said about us to begin with that you think is wrong or that they shouldn't be saying about us. It's backwards, is what I'm saying.
All right. Can I respond? Is that it? Are you done? All right. So my response to that is because I understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah, if I'm not no kumbaya nigga, and I never said I was a kumbaya nigga. I have objective positions. An objective position is not necessarily my stance. So let me reiterate that. An objective position is not necessarily my stance. An objective position is what should be right, right? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what they don't want us to talk about. An objective stance is, okay, this is what we should be doing and da-da-da-da-da, or whatever. Now, if I'm doing something, I'm not being a hypocrite because I'm not telling nobody how to live their life. I'm just saying, this is what the standard is and this is what it is or whatever. Now, if I'm making music, which is just music, I'm not saying that I'm going to do this or do that or whatever, but I'm making music for a certain purpose. So hence, if I'm making a particular song about, I don't know, I'm not even going to say stereotype. Let's get off of that. If I'm making a song about poodles, say I'm making a song about poodles and I just start talking about, different types of poodles, colors, grooming them, whatever type of shit that have to deal with that, right? I'm making some shit about that. I will stay on topic about that. That's just the type of person that I am with music. The only reason I made the song was because I don't make kid music. I don't make music about changing the world. Like, I make all types of music. Sometimes I might make a song about changing the world or something like that. But that's not really what's in my head. Like, I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about whatever I feel at the moment, how I feel, or experiences that I've had or whatever. Now, sometimes I be creative and go a little bit outside the box with something or something like that. So but I'm not the type of person that's gonna say, yo, this person should be doing this. I don't like how they do this. I'm not gonna, if I say I don't like how somebody doing something, or I don't mess with it, or I wouldn't do this, or I wouldn't do that, or whatever, I don't fuck with it. I just don't listen. I won't listen to it. I won't deal with it. I won't let it be a part of the shit that I fuck with. But I don't do that. I like what I like. You know what I mean? Like, I like different music. I like listening to different music. I listen to gangster music. I don't like when kids be out here talking about they gonna smoke one of this pack and doing all this. That was diss rap. You know what I mean? Back in the day, they used to have diss raps and shit, and people would do it. Now it's drill music. They just do it. They just talking about, oh, they gonna blast this dude. I don't necessarily encourage that, but I've listened to it. But I don't make that type of music. But I listen to it. So my thing is like, damn, they shouldn't make music like that, but I listen to it. So I really can't be like, I'm anti drill music, I'm anti trap music, I'm anti this, because I like it if it's coming from a person that's creative with it. Now, here's the other thing about rap. You like people that's genuine. So a lot of times you're gonna only want to listen to people that's really living what they talk about. So if somebody is talking about doing all this stuff, it's more attractive that they actually live that life. You don't want to be listening to music and he said he sell drugs or something like that, and he never sold drugs ever in his life. He went to Princeton, and what I mean, he wears a tie, he goes to work every day, just like you, like niggas lying. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But if it sounds good, you won't know any better. You know what I mean? You just be like, oh shit, man, he had 3 birds. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this nigga crazy, this nigga that nigga, like, you know what I mean? But the nigga really a lying ass check shit, the whole time. The point is that music doesn't necessarily define a person, but if you're making music, you should support whatever type of music that you're making. I support Black people. My music was about Black people. But do I agree that we should be late because there's this trope covering us saying that we're supposed to be late or whatever? No, I don't agree with that. But if I'm identifying, you know, fucking different stereotypes, and this is one of them, then that's it. Yeah, we got this, that, this. So what? You know what I mean? Whatever. This is us. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Am I saying that it's acceptable? No, but then you got to understand me as an artist, and you have to understand my tone, how I'm making music, what I'm doing, whatever. If you don't, you don't, and that's not. I don't care. It's not really, you know what I mean? It's not a big deal. But in terms of what we were talking about, I was only saying that because we were talking about should people be late. I'm late sometimes. And I'd be like, yo, shit, I be late. You know what I mean? But I'm not saying that all Black people be late just because I'm late. But I'm saying, yeah, I am late. Whatever. You know what I mean? But other people are late too. And the only thing that I was saying about stereotypes is that stereotypes is not something that people generally like. Nobody wants to have a stereotype, but a lot of times it's just some racist shit that people put on people, like a jacket that people put on a certain group of people. That was the only thing that I was saying about that. Like I don't care about changing Black people from being late. I really can't. Like it's just gonna if people gonna be late or whoever, whatever group, they just gonna be late. Shit. I just gotta try to get my shit together and be on time for shit. But you know.
Yeah, but in general, we were talking about the betterment of Black people, and that would be identifying the negative stereotypes if there are people that fall into that category in that ethnic group.
Mm-hmm.
Then what is a way that we can help improve it so that it's no
I
longer
told you that
true?
parents, by parents being more on time for shit that they supposed to be on time for, the kids are gonna have an example of that. That's why I said like an hour ago or whatever. But maybe you didn't hear it. But parents gotta be a better example for their children. That's the way to improve on that. Now, for grown ass people, the way to improve it, they just gotta be on time. Be grown. I can't make an adult be on time. If you're not on time, you're late. What the fuck? You know what I mean? Like it is what it is. But as a kid, those are things that you can work on in their early development by showing them not to be late. If they're supposed to be somewhere, you make sure that they know that they gotta be there on time, and they start to see these examples of punctuality. That's how you do it. That's the improvement. Um, this army sniper dude named Nicholas Irving breaks down the U.S. versus Iran conflict in great detail. I watched this earlier today. This dude basically explained how when soldiers are in a conflict, we don't really understand what the conflict is. We just got our orders and we got our mission. I'm saying we, but soldiers in general, they have their mission, whatever. If you're on like a strict type of it's some shit where you can't tell anybody about it. Like it's confidential. You can't tell anybody, you can't tell home. They won't allow you to email, they won't allow you to call home, they won't allow you to do none of this shit during the fucking mission. So it may be other shit going on and you don't know. Only the higher up people know what's going on with the shit. So they was trying to talk about like because a lot of soldiers are very patriotic. You know what I mean? The logic is any person that lives in America and has lived here their whole life doesn't intend on moving to another country. I mean, you probably should be patriotic too. I mean, live here. You know what I mean? You can't really do nothing else unless you go to another country. Some people have desires, dreams, whatever, but they here. And you're protected here more than you're protected in the majority of the other countries in the world. You can say whatever you want. You can talk about the president. You can do whatever you want pretty much. There's consequences for certain things, but the consequence for a lot of things is a slap on the wrist. In other countries for those same things, it'll be chopping your hand off, chopping off your foot. You know what I mean? Castration. You know what I mean? Like, so it's really a privilege.
Even in the U.S., could get castrated in some states.
What state? Let me look that up on
Look it up because I don't know which state because I looked that up before.
Which state
For SA? I think they do it chemically though, instead of surgically.
Ooh, okay. Check this out. So it's a few states. California, Florida. Yo, Florida crazy, yo. It's always what happening in Florida, yo. Georgia, Louisiana, Montana, Oregon, Texas, Wisconsin, Alabama requires it before parole in some child ex-offenders cases. That's crazy. I'm not surprised, man. Louisiana makes a surgical permanent thing. Surgical castration. Louisiana get dirty. They like it's coming off, bro. Like it's coming off. Oh man, that's woo.
Well, not that.
Do you disagree?
Balls. That's your ball. No.
Do you disagree with it?
I think they should go to jail.
No, is it hysterectomy? Hysterectomy or castration? Shaft.
No, hysterectomy is for women when you take to be able to have a vasectomy so you can't have kids.
Right.
Castration is removal of the scrotum. And they can do it chemically or surgical. Because remember in that movie, Hard Candy, that's what she did. She took his balls off.
Oh, yeah.
Even though that's a movie,
he was scared. Think about it, man. That's scary. That's a scary thought. Dag, if that old dude was in Louisiana.
Not for that though. Because he
look, that's his essay. Right?
No, because
essay possession.
No, it didn't say
possession.
essay.
It did. It did say essay. Yeah, it did say essay.
It said abuse material.
Yes. Essay material. That's essay. Now I don't know if it goes that far. Like I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that. Maybe they give us some time. But I don't know what's the criteria for this. Is it they actually did it, or is it like their fetish? Because that's like more of a fetish. That's not like he actually did.
That's what I'm saying. I think it only applies to the physical.
But we don't know, like, right? Because they found all that stuff.
No, I'm saying it only applies to the physical act. So if he was only watching or in possession of the material, then I don't think he was
78, but he was a 69 guy. Yo, I gotta stop with these bad jokes, man. They getting worse. Ah, man. But yeah, man, the war is dirty business. I'm glad y'all rocking with us, man. I know y'all talking shit, but I'm glad y'all rocking with us. Yo, women are pretending to be homeless in California to rob men. What you think about that?
Obviously, they shouldn't be doing it.
Ain't that crazy?
How they pretend? How is they? What are they saying? Like, I'm
Women
homeless. Can I come stay with
pretends
you? And then they bring them to their house and then they clean it out.
Clean out their house.
Yeah,
they
you
clean
said
their house
robbing
out.
them.
Clean their house out, right? And whenever it's women robbing men, I don't ever think it's something that's innocent. It's somebody cleaning somebody's house. I think they went a little bit further.
I don't mean.
Like,
I
what do you
mean,
mean?
robbing them, like cleaning
In
out
Upland,
the house,
California.
not cleaning, like cleaning up a mess.
What, cleaning their house out after they?
Like taking all their stuff out their house.
No, I'm saying,
because
I
you
don't
said
know.
they were homeless.
No,
I'm trying to figure out how this.
Pretending they were homeless.
Yeah, so I'm saying, how did it go? Like, they're like, oh, I need a place to stay, and then how did they get to rob them? Is what I'm saying. How did this? I wonder how the scenario played out. But yeah, obviously that's wrong. You shouldn't be robbing people, no matter who you are.
I guess it's more than just this story, but 2024 though. But it says Good Samaritan. Good Samaritan robbed by a homeless woman she was trying to help. So this was, but I'm trying to figure out. They had a story of men. This was men getting robbed by women in California. Because I guess they look good or something, and they was like, oh yeah, you can come to the crib, and then she comes to the crib. Like, why you picking up homeless chicks though, yo?
That's what I said.
Like, that's crazy. Like, you deserve to get robbed, bro. What you doing? You doing this crazy, man. Here it is. I found it.
Other countries detail numerous cases of women targeting, drugging, and robbing men, often after luring them through dating apps or meeting in bars or clubs.
Men in LA have been falling for this. Women pretend to be homeless.
Florida too.
For a man to pick them up, take them home, and they rob the men in their homes. Have you seen this happen? Follow more viral homes. That's crazy. Oh, let's just play some sad music. So I want to say something. So this is something that just been happening. Like,
yeah, there's a bunch of cases all
just
over.
Getting robbed by women.
Yeah, drugs and
pretending to be homeless. That, you know what? Let that be a lesson. These dudes out here, man, too thirsty, man.
Cause that's what I'm saying. How did it happen? She said she was homeless, and then you just brought her home with you.
Thick, yo, in this picture. That's how she got her.
Cause guys are stupid.
She got a dump truck.
See,
he can't even see her face. He is like, look at her. Girl, you all right?
You need a place to stay.
I can see that, yo. I can just see a dude like, you all right? What you doing over here? Girl, you don't need to be out here like this. Let me clean you up.
Let me bring you home so you can rob me.
What you got? Take your stuff. Come on, you coming with me. Where you going?
I'll cook your dinner too as soon as I get home from work.
You gotta be careful, man. They'll get you. They'll get you. That's what the old dude say. They'll get you. I bet you it's an old dude too. Cause I don't think no young dude. I mean, they ain't got a home themselves.
Guys do begin scammed by women that be young. they had men be sending women to go set niggas up to get unalive and all types of stuff.
Yeah, that happens. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of like, okay, you see a dirty, dusty chick laying on the side of the road, like, she gonna stay right where the fuck she at. Like, you know,
that's
fuck
why
I'm
I
picking
said,
her up, putting her in the car.
how
like,
is it
I
happening?
feel like that's word. That's the word for the day.
Because they probably didn't look homeless.
That's desperation.
If they weren't really, right?
That's
they didn't dress themselves up.
Right there. That's desperation. You gotta be desperate. She on the street. She don't work at Walmart.
That's what she told you, but she actually?
What you mean? That's what she told you. If she on the ground on a fucking piece of cardboard,
we don't know. That's how I said. How is this coming about? Do they actually look homeless? Would you see them sleeping?
They on the ground. Skid Row and shit.
They ain't say that. You asked.
It said L.A. It said L.A. The article that I was reading was L.A.
It didn't say Skid Row. No, you
added. But they have an image of a girl laying on a piece of cardboard. So I'm assuming
they could have put that picture up.
If it's California, I'm assuming Skid Row. I'm just adding things together. Homeless chicks that look good. California, they probably was in Skid Row. They could have been anywhere, but they're in California and they're homeless.
But they wasn't really homeless. They told the people that they were. They was pretending.
But I'm saying you gotta probably look the part.
Did they actually do all that? Because I feel like you don't even need to do all that. You could just say, I don't got down the street and be like, hey, can you help me? I just got kicked out. I need some money. And then or something. Like, we don't know how it played out. That's what I'm saying. Because I doubt they doing they face up and looking dusty and wearing rags and stuff. Because you don't have to go to that extent. Because some niggas,
that's what I said. It must be, if it's dusty chick like that, it must be an old ass nigga. Because only an old ass nigga is picking somebody up off the street like that. Like dusty. If she like clean or some shit, yeah, niggas probably will get a prostitute. But that's like, she gotta be clean or some shit. And yeah, they might be homeless, but if they look like that, you're gonna be like, man, I know you're a prostitute. You can't be homeless. Because you know that nigga, like, they pimp is like hiding out somewhere, like hiding behind something. Peeking from behind a tree or some shit.
That's what the never mind.
What's her name? Her name fucking lingerie. Some shit.
Lavita Alizé Jenkins.
How much money he gave you? He gave me $30. $30. Girl, you better go back over there. Crazy.
Yeah, they be like, you short. Where's the rest of my money?
I was watching the 20v1 today with Lil Woody and
He's still doing it.
Glorilla. And she was up there talking about damn, what she said. Oh, it was a dude, and he had brought two girls up there with him. So he was like, yo, you don't really fuck with dudes, huh? It's like, if you don't, we can do whatever you're trying to do. I got two girls. She's like, yo, so what? So you a pimp? Like, what's going on? What is it? Like, nah, look, they just with me. It's just these two, and we could work something out, like, type shit. And he's like, yo, like, you trying to sell them or something? Like, I'm not trying to buy no joint. Like, nah, man. Like, all right, so they passed the right. Then they came back. One of the chicks left. The other chick was there. Like, it was just crazy because she's supposed to be a stud. You know, she don't do dudes. So it's like she was considering it, but because Woody kept saying stuff, she was like, nah, I'm good.
Look, I got a clip.
You had a sexual encounter with a girl. I was 4. That was different. I was 4. It was the older girls that were watching me, and they were like 6 and 7, and so that changed.
Did you say 4 years old?
4 years old.
With 6 and 7-year-old girls?
Yeah. And we did that every day until I was like 13. You know, had more sex then than I've had in my adult life. So my expectation for interaction was always those things. I'm still confused. You said 4 years old? 4 years old. And they were 6 or 7?
What
6
is
and
he
7.
on,
Were
Howard
they
Stern?
Muslims? No. This is because I figured your father would. Yeah, my father wouldn't have known, but when you're not supervised. And you guys are just fooling around. We're just fooling. We played hide and go get. Pants up, pants down. That was my experience. And I'm like, I look at my sons 8 and 9 now. No, 9 and 10 now. And I can't imagine them getting involved in that, you know, but I lost my innocence. You know, it's effectively being molested. But then you have this. But not grown girls, 6 and 7-year-old girls. They were 7. They were about 2 years older than me. Me and my brother. How long did that last? Up until we were like 13. But all the kids in the neighborhood was doing that. Oh, this is a neighborhood thing. You guys are just hanging out playing and you're doing this. We played hide and go get. What neighborhood was this? This is in Cleveland, Ohio. Wow. Yeah. Wow. 30th and Central. Who's watching over you? Are you living with mom and dad's in prison? My dad's in prison. My mom, my dad had just gotten out of prison, but then he's at work all the time, you know, and trying to hustle a job because it was hard to get a job after that. And then my mother's in school. So, and I didn't know, it felt like it was wrong, but I didn't know. Mom never felt it was wrong. No, I wish they did. I wish they did. I wish I had never done that. I would probably have been a completely different person, but it gave me an skewed view of interaction. I kept thinking that, you know, everybody was promiscuous like that. So by the time I get 16, 17, you know, I've done enough to where I'm starting, now the spiritual side of me is starting to show up, you know, but then I slipped back into it at 25, you know, and for 25 to 30 something, you know, was still trying to be a Jehovah's Witness, but still having this urge taking place, and you know the bad things I learned from my uncles and all of that influencing me. And it takes you a long time to try and get back to who and what you really, really are. But yeah, that really messed me up. That. Are you kidding me? Like, if I've talked to a lot of different people. No one's ever told me that more sex between 4 to 13 than you're saying any other. Than I've had in my entire adult life. Stop. Because it was the first time you.
It says on the PBD podcast.
Yeah, I think I know who that guy is. I know him. Yeah.
But they were 6 and 7, so they were kids too. So it's like, where did they get this from?
6, 7.
And he said they were watching him, and he was 4. They not even. How the hell is they supposed to be watching you when they 6 to 7? Y'all all the kids. You can't really blame them because they learned this from some adult or another kid or something. Like, so it's like, I don't know. That's just, and then he probably had difficulty in relationship and stuff because he was so sexually charged because of all of that at such a young age. Because 4 years old, like, that's crazy. And 6 and 7,
Because,
like, that's.
Yeah, that's crazy. I feel bad for anybody that goes through an experience like that. I mean, it's traumatizing.
And he said the whole neighborhood was doing it. So, like, where the fuck? Well, the parents, he said his father was in jail. His mom was in school. So there was no adult
I mean, how did go
supervision.
get it was a thing. That was a
Yeah,
thing.
I know. I mean, I never, but I
It's
heard
crazy.
it.
It's crazy because, and how old is Terrence Howard? He's like 50 or something like that, or late 40s.
Yeah, he probably like in his 50s.
Okay, so he's not. I mean, he's not that much old. Maybe a decade or so past my era, but that had slowed down. But that was still something in the 90s. Like, it was fast girls in the neighborhood that was, doing wild stuff out. You know what I mean? Like, it was a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like, kids was exposed
He's
to things
57.
that they probably shouldn't. Yeah. So kids was exposed to things they probably shouldn't have been exposed to. And they knew that it wasn't right, but they didn't know how bad what they was doing was until they got older.
Because there was no
You know what I mean?
there was no one witnessing it that was older to
Right.
tell them that this. And
or nobody that was responsible.
Yeah, and I had experiences as a kid. I used to with other kids. Like I did that too. Not full on, but you know, stuff, sexual stuff, like touching
And that's exactly what we was talking about earlier. Music, any outside influences, punctuality, behavior, all this shit that kids like negligently was getting involved in. That's because there was nobody watching them. Bad parenting. So you can't blame or tell people to change up all of this shit. No, we need people that's actively in their kids' life to be more vigilant and more responsible to avoid stuff like this happening. Especially if you know that this happened to you when you was a kid, you be damn sure that this don't happen to your kid. You be like, that's why nobody don't let nobody watch their kids. You know what I mean? Because of all this trauma that they went through. And then
but then sometimes the pattern repeats because that brings out, like with a lot of women that were abused as when they were younger, they become promiscuous as like to take back that power. So even though they have kids, and you would think that you're protected. Some women are protected, and then there's some that fall into that promiscuity. So they're leaving their kid with everybody because they just want to get out in the streets, and then some happen to their kid. And I know people that are in these situations where that happens. Like, and you would think that they would want to, but their mind is so messed up because of what happened to them. They're not even in that line of thinking. Not that they want that to happen to their kid, but they haven't healed from what happened to them. You got to heal from that first to get to a level of preventing it from happening to someone else.
Right. I mean, I always blame the parents, regardless of what experiences they had prior to that. Once the kid gets there, you do what you gotta do. Get fucking help, get therapy. You know what I mean? You should know better. I just have to hold people accountable. I can't make an excuse for them in certain cases, especially when it comes to children. Because, like I said, if you've experienced this, you definitely don't want this to happen to your kid. So you would be more vigilant, or should be more vigilant, to ensure that your kid doesn't fall victim like you did. You know what I mean? That's what it should be. If it's not several cases like that, then whatever. But that's what it should be. And in terms of how a lot of people move, a lot of people blame others for shit that they should be responsible for. I can't blame a rapper because my kid is a gang member. I can't. I cannot. It's my fucking fault as a parent because I let my kid succumb to this shit. First of all, if you ever allow your kid to just be like, oh, you're gonna listen to this. There was a time where they was like, yo, you can't play this in my house. See, me personally, I don't think I would be that strict because I would be around my kid enough, instilling values. I know who their friends are. I know their friends' parents. The kids could be a fucking complete shithead, but if I know that their parents is whatever, and I'll be like, oh, their parents is good, I'm gonna fucking tell their fucking parents. I'll be that narc ass parent. It's like, yo, fucking Josh or whoever the fucking this kid is, he's fucking doing this crazy shit, yo. I'll talk to him. They probably can't control their son, but I can. You're not hanging out with Josh anymore. You know what? You don't understand me, Dad.
And even what he said about like that still happens today. Like he said, his father was locked up and his mom was at school, and then so that still happens because people don't have money.
That was his situation. So
but people don't have
have
money.
To repeat itself because you have that experience. So what you can do to prevent that is what we just explained.
Yeah, but you have to be there. And in this time
That's
now, there are a lot of
right.
people that don't have money. So they're working 2 jobs, sometimes 3, and sometimes a single parent. So you never, let alone the other father in prison, he might not even be there at all, whether he's in prison or not. So it's left on you. So if you're not there because you're trying to provide, then you can be telling them not to do this or whatever. But if you're not there to prevent it from happening, because of a good reason, you're trying to provide and keep a roof over their head, then
stay with the dad.
If he didn't leave you, or if you were together in the first place.
Because these single parent households.
Because a lot of time they don't even be in a relationship to begin with.
And a lot of times
they just fucked and got pregnant.
You don't want to leave your kids with just anybody, but just like you said, she was promiscuous and she just putting her kid with anybody because she want to get out. Don't do that. Don't put your kid with anybody.
I wouldn't do that, but it happens a lot.
I know you wouldn't do it, but that's what I'm saying. You're telling them what they're doing, but they shouldn't do that, right? Because we're saying that this is a bad thing, so no.
Yeah, we're saying
let's
it
not
shouldn't,
promote that.
but
They
it still
shouldn't do
be
it,
happening.
so don't do it. Don't put your kid with anybody, especially if you've been exposed. That's what I was saying the whole time. If you've been exposed to this, why the fuck are you doing the same thing? Are you the R word that you used earlier? Like, you know what I mean? You don't continue doing that stuff if you know that this will lead down, the path of destruction. Why would you put yourself and your child through that? That means that you're insensitive. That means that you're fucking selfish. You know what I mean? You don't deserve to be a parent. If you're the father and you're doing this, oh my God, you already know all the shit that's gonna happen to you if you're the father. But the mother, like, how the fuck is this even happening? Like, you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. Like, we can't make adults do what they're supposed to do. But all we can do is say, okay, this is what's happening. This is how you do prevent it. But I'm just saying, if you've been in a situation, it would urge you to, like, okay, be more cognizant of this. I'm not going to let this happen because I went through this shit and I don't want my kid to go through this shit. You know what I mean? It's not always going to work out that way. Every single kid that's adopted is not going to find a really great home, but we don't want to leave kids with broken homes and abusive homes and all of that other stuff. We know that every single person is not going to find the person that they need to be with. We know that every single person is not going to get in a car accident when they get into a car, but we know people still want cars. We know that every single person should not have firearms, but we know there's some people that can hold firearms. So we shouldn't make everybody suffer because there's some or a few people that may fuck it up for everybody else. That's what we have to understand, that we can't control these one-offs, but we have to know that, okay, these are the best positions to put yourself in to avoid these things. Yes, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. Yes, a lot of shit can happen, but you don't play for the what ifs. You play for the sure bet. You know what I mean? I know that this has a 70% chance of a likelihood of working out. So why don't I do this, as opposed to saying, yeah, but I know even if I do this, so just don't do nothing. Just say fuck it.
I ain't saying for me. I'm saying, like you said, we should, and we know that. But that's not how society is. Like you said, we can't tell adults what to do. Like you said, teach your children this or that. But a lot of people are not doing that, and that's why society is the way that it is.
We're not telling them what they're not doing because we already know what they're not doing. I don't think we need to highlight it because Candace Owens does that enough. Let's just tell them what they should do, because a lot of times people hear enough of you fuck up, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. People hear that a lot. They hear it enough. They hear it everywhere. So I figured, shit, why not just tell them the solution? We already know what the issue is. We already know that, dudes are being thirsty and getting ripped off by fucking homeless chicks in California laying on fucking pieces of cardboard. You know what I mean? We know that this is going on, but what do they do? Well, fucking don't be so weak, I guess. I don't know. Like, why are you fucking with a chick that's homeless? That's bad. That's not a good thing. Like, she's got to have something going on for her. Like, you know what I mean? She can't just look good and be laying on a piece of cardboard. Like, it's not enough. You got to do mad shit. You got to clean her up.
Enough.
You got to go feed her. You know what I mean? Like, niggas is complaining about taking chicks out on dates because they got to pay. Imagine how much it's gonna cost to take a homeless chick in. It's gonna cost you a lot more than that
cost you a
one
lot
date.
when she clean out your house.
Yeah.
And then her number disconnected.
She gonna take everything. Everything she can pawn. And some of your shit fake. So she ain't gonna get no money for it. Joke's on her, right?
She stole that jewelry because the cookware, the utensils and shit, because she thought it was gold.
She was like, yo, it was all spray painted.
That shit was plastic.
That's her fault, shit. Stupid ass. That shit was light as fuck. How you ain't know? People are not very smart. So that's why it's just so much easier to just tell people how to win. The cheat code. I think our culture
and hope
needs
they
a cheat
have
code,
the mindset to execute it and take heed to it.
Look at the Harris family. Look how they band together. No pun intended.
And that's what Kaya said. You're like, even though you talked about your mom and your dad and how you lived with your grandparents and they wasn't around enough or whatever, but I guess you say you could talk shit about it, but if somebody else say it, you say something, then you ready to.
Double standard. This lady was like, speaking to that point, this lady was in the hospital and she kept saying her kid, oh, he's autistic, he's on spectrum. She was yelling at him and shit.
Call a security order.
And that's another thing too, when people have when kids have disability and stuff, they be acting like they're normal and talking to like they got a problem. So there's different. They have treatment plans or certain type of ways you're supposed to deal with these certain type of people. You can't handle them the same way that you would someone that's not disabled or have a learning disorder or whatever the issue is.
I was watching Tropical Thunder, and Robert Downey Jr. said, "You don't go forward, dog."
What?
I didn't want to say it the right way, so I just said it in his voice. But you never go full R. That's what I said. He was talking about all the movies where they only went half, like Rain Man. Like he was a little bit, but he was on the spectrum. He was smart.
Yeah, they always have some like.
They never go all the way.
Some talent or something.
Cause that's kind of terrible. But you know what? Now they have actors that are special needs.
They've been there. They were used to have
no, but I'm
people
saying,
with Down syndrome in movies and stuff all the time.
They be ruling them. They be having the ruling ones. They be having the legit ones. Like
content creators too. Remember Roland Ray? He passed away now. Roland Ray was in the wheelchair. Then they got Shamar. He making music now.
Shamar. Oh yeah. Shamar. Number 5.
See?
That's what Glorilla said. That's what Glorilla said. That was not Glorilla, Bro-Rilla, my man.
Why he talking about him? What happened?
Nah, cause somebody had brought up Shamar, and she was like, "Shamar better leave me alone." Number 5 looking at him.
That's what I'm saying. What did he say? Why?
I don't know. Nigga said she was like a number 5, yo.
He do.
Oh man.
Pushed in and stuff. He was at the beach on his birthday.
He's strong though. He been working out.
He ain't have no shirt on. I'm like, you need to put, because he was at the beach. I'm like, you need to put a shirt on.
He said he want a woman now.
He said he wants to marry a woman eventually because he want to have a family. He didn't say right now, but eventually when he's ready to settle down.
Yo, these niggas is crazy, man, with this delivered shit, yo. What the fuck is
I don't believe it either. Cause they still be, and you just be yourself. Like if you like men, I don't think you can change.
Parody and not experience.
Oh, that guy.
Delivered.
Oh man.
I don't believe that shit. They still, because they all be saying that, and they still, you can hear it in their voice.
That nigga just Uno reversed his fucking sexual preference and shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah, man, I feel bad for. That's why Terrence Howard is a genius, because he went through all that crazy shit.
I don't know
He had to go through it.
if that's why. Because he still went to school and all that other stuff. I don't think that's because of it. His parents were there, so
He put his
outside of that, that was a movie, a TV show. I hope he wouldn't really do that. He probably would, because he said he said he wouldn't never play that character, like a part of the community, but you would play a character to put your kid in the trash if they was.
That's not as bad to him. It's not as bad to him. You met the actor.
Yeah, he said he was on Best Man when Nia Long.
I thought he was a rapper for real from Hustle and Flow.
When Nia Long and Tay Diggs that part when she slapped him, and that wasn't a part of the script. Cause Terrence Howard was watching them do the scene, and he was like, "Y'all boring. This y'all or whatever." And then so then the next time they shot the scene, then that was when Nia Long she upped the ante, and then she smacked him, and then she was like, "Yeah, that wasn't a part that's in the movie, but that wasn't in the script."
And Terrence Howard was impressed.
No, I'm saying he said they were boring prior to that, like when he was watching them do the scene. And then they shot it again, and then she added that in, and she smacked them, and she was like, is this still boring or something?" He was like, so he tried to take credit and say that he made that happen. He made the scene better. But she smacked him in his ear, and you know that joint was probably ringing because she was
Equilibrium. It's one of the movies that he was. I didn't even do that. That was good.
Hi, King P2C. Thank you for tuning in. Hit the like button. Yeah, we'll talk about the T.I and 50 Cent beef. What's your take on it? He left Tony Yayo hanging at BET 2007 award. What you mean by that? What did he do?
He was supposed to give him dap, and he didn't give him dap.
Big things popping live.
I mean, I don't think T.I got a problem with them, but
that's why he never even responded to the diss record before until now. Because now you talk about my woman. So.
But at the time, 50 Cent was a bigger artist than T.I. At the time. Get Rich or Die Trying and all that. 50 was that guy at the time. He addressed him in 2007.
It was in that song, Big Things Poppin'. Big Things Poppin' and Lil Stoppin'.
So wait, so you think Big Things Poppin', Little Things Stop? You think that was a shot at 50?
Oh no, he's saying watch what you say to me with Jay-Z, T.I and Jay-Z.
Okay. And you think that was related? So watch what you say to me. You think that was related to 50? Was that a jab? Because honestly, I don't think he ever responded.
His third verse is responding.
I'm about to look it up right now.
On Watch What You Say to Me?
I'm about to look it up right now.
You gonna paste the lyrics in there?
Nope.
He said he about to copy.
Oh, he gonna do it? Oh, he gonna do it.
Watch what you say to me. I was so green when I used to listen to people. I knew the words, but I didn't find out till years later that they were talking about somebody or who they was talking about and stuff until later on. So I don't even remember. I didn't really like that song. I know what you're talking about, but I did like Big Things Popping. That was my song.
Let's see.
Big popping
Say it
and little
again.
stopping.
Third verse. Here we go. What it says. I ain't never been a sucker. Been gangster my whole life. So a nigga disrespect me and it's on sight. I hear what you say in your song. Some of that I don't like. Keep it up. I feel try. I see you, we gon' fight. Be a man. Say my name if you talking to me. You never say it. Well, I figure you ain't talking to me. Find out you was in the awards or was the code in the streets. I swear I beat your fucking ass like it ought to be beat. See, all that whispering is lame. I ain't one for the game. If I say fuck you, then it's fuck you, nigga, simple and plain. I say no problem, it's no problem. Pimping, you do the same. Now you just swallow your pride because you know I'm off the chain. Try to refrain from being violent, but you come off your face and got my lawyer paid up, ready to catch me a case. When I feel you disrespected me, I'ma get me a K. But all this shit can be avoided one way.
Watch what you say to me.
That was very vague. Because that could have been about anybody.
Well, he's saying 50 Cent did an interview where he wouldn't mention T.I.'s name when he was talking about the gun. So I guess when he had got arrested with all them guns, remember, T.I.?
That was the thing on MTV? When he was talking about it on MTV? Because, I don't know, because when he got in that thing, was 50 the only person that addressed it? Because that would still make it vague, right? Unless he did say at the award show. So at the award show, he could have been talking about 50. It's just very cryptic. It's too cryptic to really say.
Because he said, you ain't say my name. So so that's probably why he didn't say his name. Because he said, if you ain't mention my name, then you ain't talk about me. That he said that in the lyrics.
Yeah, he never said his name. And that song that we was listening to from 50 the other day, he never said T.I.'s name. Not his new stuff, but the old joint that was supposed to be about T.I.
In the interview, asked 50 Cent, is that line about T.I. 50 Cent that said that's for the people to decide?
Exactly. So it is vague.
Because they playing games.
Yeah, they playing cat and mouse. And then it's like, I don't know if it was really a beef at that point in time, because it was just like.
What was 50 Cent line?
What 50 said about the time reference to the time that he got for the crime that he committed, and he knows somebody else that did the same crime and they got more time for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
yeah,
true.
It had to be about him. That's because true. That was a big. I remember when that happened.
I mean, well, it was because 50 put it out recently in this battle, so he did say, yeah, this was about you. Now he was beefing with Shorty Low. Now Shorty Low, I know Shorty Low. You know what's crazy? This is crazy.
50 Cent just petty.
When I went to Atlanta, the first time I went to Atlanta, we went to this club that I think I closed down.
You think so, Tupac?
Hell no.
That's a huge. That's a huge.
I think that's kind of an insult to the legacy of Tupac.
50 Cent is jealous of T.I. Why do you think he's jealous? What makes you say that?
I don't think he's jealous. I think 50 always been trolling everybody, and he knows what's going on in the media. So he targeted him because he knew that this is what was going on with him. So it's just like anybody going through something, 50 know about it because that's the competition. He always go after the competition. I mean, Shorty Low, like I want to speak about the Shorty Low. So Shorty Low lost his life. Shorty Low was a Atlanta rapper.
Get it.
Yeah.
He's dead. Son,
He
what
passed
happened?
away. So I'll tell you about that after. So I seen him in the club, right? Mad small dude. And
Cause that's who he wanted to be with.
that's true.
He do be with
So
other
that-
women. He
so
be
that-
sleeping with other women.
Check it out. So I never knew because the spot that I went to in College Park, there was this club. It used to be called the Compound. Club called the Compound. So I went to the Compound and like all the big artists in Atlanta used to be there, and it was different. It wasn't like, you know, we go to a club and in the club, you know, the dude be on the stage. You never really see the artist, but they be on the stage, you know what I mean? And Compound, it was like you sitting right there, like that's where Trinidad James was, riding on a tricycle in the club, like stupid ass nigga. So he riding on a tricycle, you know what I mean? Shorty low in there, he walked down, chilling with everybody. T.I was there, you know what I mean? It was lit. I never saw Future there, but I mean, you know how they feel about Future in Atlanta. But it was lit, yo. But what real gangster beefs with everyone? No, you gotta think about it. Every gangster beef with other people in their organization because they wanted to be the top dog. That's normal stuff. I think like gangsters always beef with other gangsters because they want to be the biggest fish. If I can't get a piece of what you have, the reason that they don't beef is because they're getting 3% of the take, or they're getting this percentage of the take. It's because they have some type of collusion. They work with them or work for them. That's why. Every single Lefty Luciano, Capone, nobody wanted to just be their own in their own area. They wanted to expand and take over other areas, and other gangsters wasn't having it. So that's how beef started. Beef always is. It's the same thing with countries, man. Like it's always about having more territory.
It ain't even a real beef because nobody's getting, and I'm glad that this didn't happen. But
I mean,
nobody's
wacky,
getting
hurt.
It's
not like it's not that. It's not to the streets. That's what they don't be wanting. But I think this is gonna be kind of like, I don't think it's gonna be kind of like the Drake and Kendrick. Drake and Kendrick got a little crazy. It was some points of it where it got messy. Somebody was shooting at Drake's house,
in it and stuff.
And people was getting into fights when they was performing, and Rick Ross got punched in the face by a Canadian.
They act like they know these people
motorcycle gang group member. You know what I mean? Like all types of stuff. So like these beefs could spill out in other ways. You just don't want it to spill out in other ways. You want it to keep it rap. It's just entertaining. To the people that's watching it, like people just want to hear 50 go back and forth with T.I. People would have even been happy to see a versus with 50. But 50 never liked T.I. He never liked T.I. from the jump. And T.I. just wanted to keep it music. Like he just wanted to compete.
And what do you think about
I'm not trying to compete?
What Pap said about 50? He said he said you really only got shot 6 times or 5 times, but he said 9 because he wanted to get shot more than somebody.
Than Tupac. More than Tupac.
Do you believe that?
People say a lot of things. And my grandmother said to me the other day, she said, "You can't believe everything that people say."
Yeah.
She literally said that to me the other day. And I said, I don't.
But do you believe that? I'm saying. Because you said people say a lot of things.
I don't
believe it.
necessarily believe it because they in the middle of a rap beef, rap battle beef or whatever. So, and the way that the Drake and Kendrick said, it was a lot of lies. A lot of lies going back and forth. I'm just saying, I don't know. It could be true.
Either way, he still
I
got
don't know if
shot.
I believe it.
So
It's true.
it don't. It's corny if he didn't add extra.
Like, why you gonna add extra bullets? Like,
Yeah, but you still got shot. So
he almost died.
yeah, he still got a
Like,
bullet
yo, like,
in his face.
I would say, yo, if
a fragment.
I'm telling people because it sounds good for my music career, then I would feel like you were playing. But if you really like, all right, this is what happened. He said in his song, got shot 9 times. If he didn't get shot 9 times, then because that really made him big. Like him getting shot 9 times, everybody, he the Terminator. Like this man got shot 9 times, he's still rapping.
And 50 Cent
still talking shit.
Would be snitching.
Then he used to come out.
And many men, he said, who shot him? And he said, and then he said he got gunned down. So you snitching. Because he actually said the person's name. They bleep it out now. Like if you hear the unedited.
Now,
version.
you know what's crazy about that is because he be coming at other people for certain things.
That's
and
what
he
I'm
be
saying.
doing it. So that's
and
crazy.
he did that shit at the beginning of his career.
He's doing that now with the Diddy joint.
But we already knew about that. So
Telling
is it really
business.
snitching? It was already out. Snitching is putting it out when we didn't know about
that wasn't out. Some of that stuff that the people were saying. That's new information. He worked with the cops, man. He a CI, man. He like Uncle Ricky. Uncle Ricky, Officer Ricky. Nah, let me stop, man. Rick Ross, that's that guy, man. Fuck with Rick Ross. Except for, put a Molly in her drink.
It ain't fun.
Erica don't like that, yo.
Because you're a weirdo. Like, I think that's weird. It's music, like you said, but why would you make a song saying some shit like that unless you really think that that's acceptable?
Because it's provocative, gets the people going. What does it mean?
It's the R word.
I don't know. But it gets people, it's provocative, it gets people going. That's what it is. Provocative,
it's
gets
the
people
R
going.
word.
People be repeating it in the club. Chicks be repeating it. Chicks be like, put a Molly in the drink and she ain't even know. I'm like,
somebody dropped it when
that?
She looked away.
She was like this. She had her drink up. Nigga was like this. Nigga was like.
Yeah. Give you about 35, 45 minutes and drag your behind out to the car. Then see if you want to sing it again after that.
Oh, man. That's a good song, man. I don't know. This battle is I don't know. It just started getting entertaining because before, like, I like some of their stuff, but it's not like I'm gonna keep playing it. Like, they not like us. I must have played that like a million fucking
They
times.
not like us, and then as soon as you hear it, you want to do the
I
crip
just
walk.
get up, start doing the crip walk. But that, yo, I don't know, like it's just a different type. It's just a different type of energy. Like this, like I ain't gonna hold you. Like the song that 50 just came out with, I like that one better than the Max B one.
Yeah, I don't really like.
I like that one better. And out of T.I, the song that's not even a part of the beef is my favorite song that it came out with.
Yeah, the new song yeah.
Whatever you say, that shit good, like that. But these beef songs, like his son J. Cole, like that was the best one.
Even 50 Cent said your son rap better than you.
Yeah, son.
You supposed to be
his son might rap better than him, but he'll make better music. Music is different. It's different. Music is the emotion behind it. Anybody can write lyrics, make it sound melodical, whatever, but making music is really the art. That's the hard thing.
I like the second, just that Damani did better than the Miss Jackson one. The one I I Smell Pussy. That was better than the first one.
King getting better too. King is getting his practice in.
But there was a couple songs that I liked by Damani before this came out. I mean, I didn't listen to his whole album, or I don't even know if he got an album out. But there was other songs that came out. But he's getting more notoriety now since academics were like, you need to take him out of this. He can actually rap. You need to let King. He a crash out. Let him do the beat. But you should use this to get him better, to put him in a different position. But let King do that. Don't let.
Yo, on another note, like, who won that boxing match with No Neck, yo? Who was No Neck boxing?
Why was he boxing?
No Neck won.
He won.
Torch him.
Yo!
You know Jay Bloom from New Haven?
He from New Haven?
The other guy fighting from New Haven.
And he beat him? Damn, man. We gotta be taking L's right now, man.
I know how you grew up. I don't know.
We ain't taking
I knew he
nothing.
looked
Don't take
familiar.
nobody else. That was his L. Just cause he from here. We don't gotta take that on. Shit. What he be doing mukbang?
Shit. Well, shout out to him, man, for
Call it Hesby. You have like food, and you have mad food. It do be a month long, but you have mad food, you have wine here and stuff.
oh, cause No Neck be doing that too, so it probably was the battle of the food, the mukbang niggas.
You don't know which one you gonna take away from first.
That's just fat.
Or food.
What's that called? That was called what's it called? That fighting shit. What is it called?
I don't know.
The boxing event.
It's Asian.
No Neck boxing.
Or he'll have like food. Let's say he'll have like chicken side. He'll have ranch or dip it in mad ranch, and then he'll bite the side.
People be doing that. They be making me mad. Other people did that too. Like you'll dip it in cheese or something and bite the other side. Why you dip? Yeah, and eat the other side. Yeah, like what? Like why you?
That's great. When he walked out, that's when I really seen it. I was like looking mad hard. I was
ain't
like,
it
yo,
other people? What's the other people
really
name?
ain't got a neck, bro.
Yeah.
Wide neck, long neck.
Yeah, yo, this crazy dude. Yo, he got hands, yo. Look at nigga, look how that he turned his mark, yo.
Aiden gave the winner 1,000 DoorDash credit.
Oh my God!
And if they knock them out, they get 2,000.
Cause they fat niggas.
So they didn't need to get paid.
Aiden grinding. I'd have been like, nigga, I want money, nigga.
Nah, I think they get paid too, but who's just saying that?
Joke.
But look at this nigga, man. This nigga look like the fucking what's that fucking thing? Oh man, he look just like that shit, like backwards, like, cause it don't got no. He look like this, matter of fact, nigga. Look, he like this. Cause this shit look like that, but his head just like that part, and then his shoulder right there. Yo, that shit's crazy. And this nigga was kind of fast. Like, how the fuck he so fast? Like, he fat too. Like, then he came out to the Rocky music. Like, we came out to the Rocky music. He was mad determined. Like, yeah, you don't know, nigga. All my life I had to fight. A nigga like that, you know he had to fight his whole life. Cause he always had to be cutting on niggas. That's why that nigga funny too. The nigga got jokes. Both of these niggas got boobs. Oh. This shit is X-rated. These niggas need to have a bra, some tape on their chest or some shit. One nigga look like he ain't got no boxing experience at all. One nigga look like Butterbean in this bitch. This nigga started dancing after he won. What the fuck is wrong with this nigga? This nigga crazy. Oh man, Jay Boolin, right? Damn, so Jay Boolin big now. Cause if you get in one of them matches with Aiden, you all like shit. That gets you like 1 million followers right there. Blueface just got his ass bust. Oh, Jay Boolin be doing the 10. He did a 10v1. Yeah. He did a 10v1. When he did it? This was. Oh, this is his 10v1? He did a month ago. Oh, he got 86,000 subscribers. He almost up there. Jay Boolin. Shout out to Jay Boolin, man. You know he got that work from knowing that. It was close though. It was close. Who know that? No. What? Vegetables? He don't eat vegetables?
Yeah, anytime you bring vegetables around, you start powering down. That's what
His meter is those cheeseburgers? He had cheeseburgers on the screen. He had like 4 cheeseburgers across the top of the screen. Little cheeseburgers. So wait, he doing like a pop the balloon in his house? Is it enough room? Yo, it's only one chick. They popping a balloon with some scissors. Oh damn, she just popped a balloon. They ain't even talk. They just popped a balloon. How long is this video? This video is 41 minutes. I wonder how many chicks it was. So they coming in his house. So this dude just keep bringing chicks in this. I don't know if this is a studio or it looked like a house because it got like regular paintings on the wall, like a painting of a flower. It's got a regular heater. Yeah, it's a bed right there. Yeah, this stuff. Yo, I can't see shit. This is kind of crazy, but you having a 1v1 in your room is crazy. A 10v1. What happened to him? What just happened? He just fell. Let's say in the bedroom. This is funny. This is hilarious. So I guess he having a 10v1. 10 NYC girls. Oh, she's straight. Oh, one at a time. So they must be all outside the door. And they all coming in. But this is clear. This is definitely a room. This is not like no studio or nothing like that. This is a room. No shade. I'm just saying. I wouldn't have a 10v1 in the house. Like I would have it like at a spot. I'll rent out the spot. You know, nothing expensive. Maybe 500 for the day or whatever. Rent out the spot and then have the 1v1 in there and do it like that. But to do it in the crib, they waiting in the hallway in like the house, like to come into the room with a balloon, and then he got scissors, and he popping a balloon with the scissors. This is the most ghetto 10v1 ever, yo. She ain't got no shoes on. She just got her socks on. You can't wear shoes in this house. I know people house like that. Like you can't wear shoes in their house because they don't want their floor fucked up. So I get that shit. Somebody said, "Do you like to eat?" Nigga heard veggies and passed out. Oh shit. Yo, the comments be killing me, yo. The comments is the funniest thing. That's why I be like, yo, be easy on me in the comments. Don't be coming at me in the comments, like, cause y'all be going in. Y'all funny as fucking comments. I ain't gonna hold you. I be trolling the people lives too. I was on a podcast earlier, and I just felt bad. Like, they was just cutting on this nigga real bad. Man. I was on the panel, and I felt terrible. Like I was like, yo, what happened? Somebody said something about vegetables. Yo, what the fuck is going on, yo? Every time they say that shit, he sit down in his chair like he about to pass out.
He can't even speak it.
Is that food over there? He got food sitting over there. He be just eating all day, just eating for no reason. I ain't mad at him, nigga. Get your eats on, man. Yes, man. Damn, I kind of wanna play it, but I don't want the strike. You know, fucking YouTube already been fucking with me. I'm just gonna tell y'all what's going on. So basically, I'm gonna share the video in the description so y'all can see it. So basically, it's this dude. He from Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. We from Connecticut. But this dude, he like a fat dude or whatever, and he got a podcast, and he's doing a 10v1. You know how they have the women come in, and, you know, whatever, and they have like balloons, but it's in his room. It's in his room.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. This is it's crazy. And they supposed to be from NYC. Somebody wrote lettuce in the chat, and he had to sit down in the chair.
Huh? Somebody wrote lettuce.
Yeah, cause he don't like vegetables. Like vegetables make him weak. So he'll have lettuce on his cheeseburger.
Who?
This guy is a health hazard, yo. What the fuck?
You know them videos where they go to the deli, they get the chopped cheese, and they put what they tell them to put in it.
Yeah.
He went there and he had a salad though. So he gave me chopped cheese with my salad. He put it up there. But he was just only picking up the hamburger. He ate that.
He ate the salad?
No, he was picking up the hamburger.
Just eating that. Who's this y'all talking about?
Yo, he eating during the 10v1. He got fries on his counter, so he like grabbing a fry or two.
It's like the male version of like there's this girl that was on Baddie, and she was on other reality shows, and her name was Roly Poly Snack Meals.
She be eating?
Yeah, she was on Real Chance at Love. And that's where they first named her Roly Poly Snack, and she always would be eating chips or snacks or something. She would just. And he breathing all hard.
Oh yeah, because that's a big bowl of vegetables.
It's meat too, and he just ate all the meat out.
It's vegetables.
Oh, so he didn't eat it?
He almost died. It's like kryptonite. Somebody said vegetables coming back. This girl had to give them chest, what do you call it? Chest palpitations? Whatever. Chest compressions. He crazy. Yo, he crazy. He crazy. So that's his whole thing, pretending that he like allergic to vegetables and shit. Everybody got their gimmick. That ain't enough.
Chocolate syrup.
Yo, he really not healthy, bro.
No, but they all do that with that guy when they come. They just say weird stuff on. Like some people will come in, they'll put a brownie. You know them brownies with the candies in it, the cosmic brownies. They'll get a brownie and be like, make a chopped cheese. They all be having weird combinations. They be like, make me a chopped cheese and put this on it, a honey bun or something weird. He gonna die.
I hope he don't, but yeah.
I mean, I don't want him
at
to.
At that rate.
He already can't breathe. He over there snoring and he awake and shit.
Well, shout out to Jay Boolin. Keep eating, brother. And then
and this is what we got representing.
Listen, man, listen. We'll take whatever wins we can get. That ain't and shit. What's his name? What's the nigga name? Oh, the nigga, the fucking Blueface. Yeah, Blueface losing his boxing match to that dude. But Blueface is big now. Pause. He got
his size?
some weight.
Yeah.
And he cut his hair so he could fight this dude. Chibu. That was
he African.
match. But he punched the dude. He punched Blueface through the ropes. Blueface said he felt like he was cheated in his boxing match. But nah.
Black probably talking about it on Clubhouse.
Yeah, he probably did.
Do you have any further topics?
No.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Get Lifted. 30 is the new 20. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And click the notification bell so you're notified the next time we post or go live. I'm La Hefa.
And I'm SmileyJizzle. And we're out. Smoke weed every day.
Yay, yay.